Hey, hi guys, how you all doing? I hope you're well. I'll just wait to see if there's any few more people turn up before I start it. Like I said, I hope you're well out there. Pardon me. Oh dear. So yeah. So I hope they're going to get this started soon. Let's see if a few more people turn up. I'm waiting for a few guests. I'll send this out again. Doo-be-doo. Oh no. Let me do this. Send that to. That's it. Do that there. Ah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, so sorry about that. Dead air is a terrible waste. I'm just sending out some invites, as I always try to do, as I feel like a total arse when I'm trying to do these things by myself. I really do hate them. They're not my favourite thing. I don't know why. I just don't like them. So, but I do hope how everybody do hope that everybody is well out there. You know. Oh, it's just I can't think of anything to say really. You know, when you come to it, it's all right when you got somebody else and doing all that, but when you do these things by yourself, it's I just can't think of what to say, and I get tongue tied and like, "Bleh," but so yeah. So we're hopefully going to start it soon and see if there's any few more people turn up, and we'll take it from there. You know. Oh, I've got myself a cold beer by my side of me, so I'm just gonna. Hopefully, we're gonna have a good live, and we're gonna chat about the subject of some of the stuff. I will say some. Give a warning. Some of the stuff we'll be talking about is pretty terrible, actually. If it is true, it's allegedly. This is all allegedly at the moment. But if it is true, it is so wrong. So yeah. Did anybody manage to catch my latest video I put out there? But if you did, go and watch that. I'll find out where that is. Well, if you remember, you know where it is anyway. Yeah, so they've done a small video about Al Capone. I'm going to try to do. They keep the historic crimes, but also do crime figures. I think the next one I'll probably do would be about the Cray brothers. They're pretty interesting lot. There's a lot of mythology about them, and hopefully we can do a good video about it there. Yeah, so seeing if anybody else is turning here, you know, waiting. Hey, waiting. Hey, Mr. B, how you doing, mate? Glad to see you. Mr. B, I will say the video today, the live today is from a pretty shocking point of view. There is going to be things that are quite. I'm going to say a few things that are quite bad. So I'm just preparing people and hopefully get people's perspective on this and see what they think and what should happen. I'm just waiting for one or two people to come up. Then we can get all this started. But I hope you're well there, sir. It was great talking to you by the way, the other day. I enjoyed that. So I haven't talked to you voice to voice. It's always been on text. I understand, mate. I do understand. So, but I do apologise. But these things, it's sad to say they do make content, but it is not. I'm not saying that it should be celebrated neither. But that's why I'm just giving out the warning. Yeah. So, but thank you for appearing, mate. Like I said, great chatting to you the other day. There's no need to explain. I totally get it. I do totally get it. But you're always appreciated here, mate, and you're always welcome any time. So thank you anyway. Yeah, I'd rather give out warnings about this because it's not very nice. But this is all that you got. Remember, as allegedly. Thank you very much, mate. I do try to be, and that's why I give the warning out. Some people don't like the subject matter, so there you go. Yeah, so like I said, I've got myself a cold beer. It's pretty nice, actually, beer. I've never tried it. It's that Italian beer. I can't pronounce it. Morti. What was it? Birra Morti. Oh my god, I don't know. Sal de Mer, which is a beer which is made from. It's got sea salt in it. A hint of sea salt, as they say. It's quite nice. Quite nice and refreshing, that one. I enjoyed that. I have a good scratch. Yeah, so give it a couple more minutes. Or start. Okay. I think I've got a cold coming too. I don't want to have a cold coming because I've got to go down to London tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm gonna I've got do some videoing down there, and meeting family who I've never met before. Meet for a coffee just to see how the water lies, and plus it's a good day out now. Well, it's up for me actually. Good thing. It's a good thing out. I'll go to Waterloo to the other side of the city, the other side of the track. Then I'll go across the river because you've got to go north from there. So yeah, getting something done. I may do a live down there too while I'm there. Be interesting, wouldn't it? Get to see a bit of Trafalgar Square. I quite like Trafalgar Square. Especially nice when it's sunny. Lots of people milling around. Just not a care in the world. Nobody bothers you. They're all doing their own little space and their own little thing. And then I'll be going to the East End. Well, near the East End anyway. Or the traditional boundary. And I'll be talking about something there too. So yeah, London tomorrow. Like I said, I may do a location live. Get to see a bit of London again. So yeah, I'm not going to think. I'll probably end up in the same pub I usually end up in. In fact, I usually end up in a pub at the end near the Houses of Westminster. And this pub has got a really special thing. You go in there, and they've still got they've got a bell system. So any MPs are in that pub, there's a bell if they're getting called back to do their business. So they ring the bell and they go back to the Houses of Parliament. From there, it's a bit of expensive pub too, but the beer is pretty good. So I'll go there and maybe have a pint or two, and come back a bit drunk. London's always good a bit drunk. Or maybe not. No, I don't think I want to get a bit drunk. Trying to get back from London when you've been drinking is like a logistical adventure. You could end up anywhere. You could end up in the wrong train station. So yeah, and plus, it's a city, and you don't want to be far arsing around drunk in the city. It's all right when you're doing when you're younger, but I'm not getting any younger, am I? And I don't want to be caught, because you got to be careful. You do have to be careful in London, and as any city, you have to be careful. So we're still waiting. See what's happening. Okay. Oh, not much happening, is there? Yeah. So like I said, hopefully location live from London tomorrow. We're gonna, like I said, go out and do some content. I'll tell you where I'll be filming. I'll be filming near where the Jack the Ripper murders happened. But I won't be doing that. They're too far spread about for me yet. But I'm just going to go to the thing and talk about this macabre bit of history, which is pretty interesting, and affected lots of Londoners at the time too. I'm not going to give it away. And has anybody checked out my new video which I dropped today? Thing like I said, with Al Capone, and hopefully, like I said, hopefully I'm going to do about the craze next time. So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start this at start this at 20 in 20 minutes. I'm waiting for someone to come up. See if they do. This is what I really hate. I've always said this and I keep on repeating it. I don't know why. It feels like I'm talking to myself. It really does. It's just so strange. The concept to me is very strange, to just chatting to a screen through a microphone. Hey JP, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. There's one of my other people there. Great to see you, mate. As like I said, I hate this concept of just chatting to a thing. I'm always better with somebody else. Always. It's very strange. I'm not used to gabbing on. It feels like I'm just talking to a brick wall. It's because I can't hear anything. I can't hear anybody in my headphones. And it's just totally alien to me. They're very good, mate. Oh, did you enjoy that? Good, mate. Good. I was just chatting about that. I think next video I'm doing about criminal figures, it would be about the Cray family. If you ever heard of the Crays, there's been a couple of movies about them. The last one was called Legends with Tom Hardy. Yeah, that's it. And his name's Tom Hardy. He played both of them. I've seen that movie. Good movie. You know, I enjoyed it. It was good. It was very good. But I did prefer oh God, what was it called? Who are they? The brothers who in Spandau Ballet. They done the Cray movie in the 80s. That was a very good one. Lots of things wrong with it, but I enjoyed it what it is worth. So yeah. So we're going to get these done this. Hold on. So we're going to get all that done and to just check it out from there. So, and if there's any criminal figures that I'd like to know, find out a thing, I'll just tell me and I'll research them and get a video done on them. So yeah, anything like that is possible, or any crime stories that you know of. But they've got to be historical. I'm not doing anything really modern. Because I still think those crimes are in people's minds, you see. Which is so yeah, so I'm gonna do more than that. See, I like doing the videos because what I do is I get all the information, research all the information, I put it down, get a program to do it. It gives me gives me a script what to do. I look at it. I send it to my producer. My producer comes back. He sends me the video. I have a look. He does very good work. The videos are really good. I'm really pleased with them for the work he does. So he sends me the videos. He asks me to revise them. Then I go and revise them and take it from there. Hey, Prairie. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And thank you for coming. Yeah, so that's what my producer does, and he does these top-notch videos, which I think are really good. So yeah, so hopefully going to see more of them. And once the weather starts getting a little bit better, I may have to start getting a little bit out a bit more, and go and do some like quick locations, and of like historical places of historical significance, or just even like the local legends and stuff too. So you get to see about like when I done Guildford Castle, when I done Windsor Castle. Hopefully I can do a little bit more. Like I said, on Wednesday I'll be going to near the East End of London, and I'll be trying to do from there a little bit of macabre history. And hopefully we can get out. I can get out and just do little bits, which bits I could afford to do, because these things do take money. Okay, I think I can get. Hold on, swig of beer. Nice and refreshing. Yes, hopefully I'm going to start doing this. I said I'll start at 20, no matter what, and we'll start it now. Okay. Yeah, so let me click off. Oh no, I don't need that. So Andrew looks like Andrew Tate. This has been all alleged because we got to say alleged because hasn't been. Yeah, he hasn't been. I don't think he's been arrested for it yet. So it looks like local. Well, is he a celebrity? Oh, well, yeah, he's a celebrity. Yeah, so Andrew Tate's been at it again with women. So one of his latest girlfriends has said that Andrew Tate has essayed her and he has physically harmed her. I'm just reading what it's been saying the thing. So this is all alleged at the moment. So his girlfriend Bree Stern has filed a essay report, and she claims Andrew attacked her on March 11th while they're staying at the Beverly Hills Hotel, according to sources with direct knowledge. Hold on. Yeah, so she's were told the police that Tate began choking her while they're having relations together, but it got too rough. Even though she begged him to stop, he kept on going. Bree said the more she struggled, the more violent he got, and she felt everything getting fuzzy, and she was fading into unconsciousness. Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, I've been reading it there. Probably it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It really is bad. Yeah, she said the violence only stopped when Tate was done, and once he fell asleep, she went into the bathroom to document her injuries. TMZ has obtained pictures showing bruising around her face. I can't show the bruises. I can't show the pictures because copyright. You got to remember these are all copyrighted, and I can't legally show. It's a dodgy area for me. It can get the channel struck. So she went into the bathroom to document her injuries. TMZ obtained pictures showing bruising on her face. Bree says she went to an emergency room in NYC where she had flown for work a couple of days later, and documents show she was diagnosed with a post concussive. And there is a medical from Northwell Heath. I don't know where that is. If anybody knows, and if I mucked up the pronunciation, I am so sorry. Andrew and his brother Tristan returned to Romania the last weekend for a court date in their organised crime case. But we were told it wasn't until Andrew left the country that Bree felt safe enough to go to the police and file a report. I'm going to tell you what they were. Yeah, I can't show you the texts again because this is all documented, but I can say the words. And I will say there is a trigger warning. So please, I am so sorry. This is not me. So hold on. Okay, so there's pictures. There's a poem, and there's other stuff, and there's pictures of him. And there's a thing. So this is the texts that are. This is the texts that are bad. He reportedly said, "You talk too much." I can't say the word, but it begins with a W. So I beat you. I hit you today, but I love you. She reportedly said, why the name calling? He said, do you understand? And she's replied back, I'm scared. He reportedly said, don't care. Do you understand? She went, yes. Well, why the hitting sad face? And he says, do you belong to me or not? And she went, I do. I'm just going to let that sink in for a little bit with people there. That is pretty shocking, isn't it? These are alleged texts. I've got to say these are alleged. Nothing's been proven yet. Another text pattern said, because I want to beat the F out of you. And he says, you'll give me a child this year. Female dog. She wrote, why do you want to beat me? It is 12:30 a.m. I'm in the room. I sleep soon. And he reportedly said, what's the point in having you if I don't beat you? Yeah, what's the point of having you if I don't beat you and impregnate you? You should be thankful. Yeah. Yeah. These, like I said, this is alleged. There's none proven yet. And yeah, I totally agree. Yes. And he goes, if you ever betray me, you'll regret it. She went, okay, crazy. And he goes, no, I'm serious. If you're mine, why wouldn't I be able to hit you? Okay. And she reportedly said, you scare me. You scared me with what you said. He reportedly answered back, I really love hitting you. It is very good for me and you. It is relaxing, don't you think? Question mark. She allegedly replied back, Pookie, no, I cry. He reportedly said, you need to be hit. She reportedly said, why sad face? I don't like it. What did I do? And he reportedly said, you deserve it. That as much as the text is there. Hold on. No, so that's what's been happening. That's the whole case. He left, flew back to Romania, where he's got a case to do with bringing in girls under sex exploitation. And in Britain, he's got another case where they're talking about he's getting charged with rape. I've got to say rape because, yeah, trafficking, make them believe. So, but this is also, but that was from TMZ, and this is from the Daily Mail. And again, I can't show you any pictures because it's all copyrighted. Terrible. They're printing out in the paper, but you can't say it. It says, model ex-girlfriend files civil lawsuit against Andrew Tate, saying he choked her until she nearly passed out after telling her she was his property. Andrew Tate's model's ex-girlfriend has filed a shocking civil lawsuit claiming he told her that she was his property before choking her until she nearly passed out. Lawyers representing self-proclaimed misogynist Tate, age 38, who's also facing, I'll say the word, sexual misconduct charges in Britain, having denied the allegations. The lawsuit filed in Los Angeles, Brianna Stern detailed the alleged physical and emotional abuse that took place throughout their 10-month relationship. She also sought a restraining order against Tate. This is what this person's doing. He's some piece of work, isn't he? In a statement, Tate's lawyer, Joseph McBride, said his client firmly denies the claims and has accused of Miss Stern of a blatant cash grab. We stand all ready to defend Andrew fiercely in court where the truth will expose this baseless scheme, he said. Instead of seeking private resolution, Mrs. Stern has chosen to air false claims in the press, revealing her true motives, money and attention, not justice. In court documents, Miss Stern alleged the incident happened at the Beverly Hills Hotel in March, after what began as a consensual adult encounter. Tate began verbally degrading degrading her as he routinely did, but this time it was much worse, more aggressive and more violent. Tate began to choke out Miss Stern. The lawsuit detailed. I believe that. Oh, hold on. There you go. Got somebody here. Hello, Brian.
Hey.
How you doing?
Oh, well. How are you, sir?
I'm doing. I've got myself a cold beer.
Top of the morning to you.
In the morning, I've got myself a cold beer, maybe late beer, and it's a posh beer I'm drinking today.
Say that again.
It's a posh beer I'm drinking today.
A craft beer?
Well, it's an Italian one.
Oh, okay. What is it? Is something I've heard of or not?
The Barberia Mortia.
Nope. Can't say I've heard
It's called the Salt de Man. It's got a hint of sea salt in it.
Well, it's cheers nice. To you, sir.
Cheers to you too, Gov. So, have you been hearing what I've been talking about? Okay, do you want me to do a quick rehash?
Do a quick rehash if you don't mind.
Okay, so I'm going to say, so we're talking about Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate's model ex-girlfriend has filed a civil lawsuit against him, saying he choked her out until she nearly passed out after telling her he was his property. Something let's go back and do. I really hate this, but again, I'm going to go back to one page of the. I'm not going to read all of it again, but this is alleged texts. I've got to say alleged, not proven yet. He said the texts. One of the text pages I'm reading now. He said, "Because I want to beat the F out of you, you will give me a child this year, female dog." And she replied, "Why do you want to beat me? It is 12:30 a.m. I'm in the room. I sleep soon." And he reportedly answered back saying, "What's the point in having you? If I don't beat you and impregnate you, you should be thankful." I'm going to read what the Mail. This is the Daily Mail. It said that Andrew Tate's girlfriend filed a shocking lawsuit, saying he told her that she was his property for choking her till he nearly passed out. It goes on to tell you what is basically said in the texts. But the lawyer said, Tate's lawyer, Joseph McBride, said his client firmly denies the claims and has accused Miss Stern of a blatant cash grab. He said, we'll stand ready to defend Andrew fiercely in court where the truth will expose this baseless scheme. And he said, instead of seeking a private resolution, Miss Stern has chosen to air false claims in the press, revealing her true motives, money, attention, not justice. Your thoughts on this, please, sir?
Well, good evening, everyone. I just wanted to tell you, first of all,
I've
heard about Andrew Tate for quite some time. Before he became this, for some, he's this kind of male, this is what male machoism is supposed to be like, male masculinity. He is a kickboxer or an amateur kickboxer. I'm not sure if
he was. I think he was a world champion at one point. Champion middleweight.
Right. I wasn't sure if he got all the way up to the professionals or if that was an amateur champion or what, but whatever. He was a kickboxing for a while.
Yes.
And then he has notoriously talked about how he took advantage of these, for lack of a better word, unintelligent women who wanted to parade around their body. They didn't know or have the means in order to do their OnlyFans or do whatever sites that they wanted to actually go out and make money on. So he would actually front the equipment, put the sites together, and then also would facilitate the income for these girls and only pay them little small dollar amounts for amount of money that they were actually making. He was withholding that, using it for
he,
himself. And
he
that's
got
how he
involved.
became wealthy.
Yeah, he got involved in the webcams,
Mm-hmm.
the webcam business. Him and his brother.
Right. And so that is where, when you're taking advantage of, the, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, the misinformed or the less fortunate, then I have a problem. It's a low life to me.
Exactly. Hold on, sorry, I was getting a nice bit of a beer.
Okay.
Just wow, after reading these texts, if they're real. Because we've got to say
real.
allegedly. We've got
They're
to
real,
say
right?
allegedly because nothing is proven. But I believe them. I believe he sent them.
Well, I don't. Is he hiding the fact that he was an abusive, misogynistic asshole? I think that's his whole shtick is, hey, people are calling me for who I am, and this is how men's supposed to be.
Yeah, well, that's what he purposely puts out. He purposely puts out that he is this don of men. And what people believe him is like 14, 15, 16-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
That type of age group, in the younger generation, you see this guy and he is a complete and utter arsehole.
Oh yeah, he's not a nice guy. He's not a nice looking, or not nice. He's not a very nice individual. And he again, it's not a shock because if you listen to him talk, he's not apologizing for it.
No, he's not.
Thinks this is the way men are supposed to behave.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Sue, good to see you. How you doing? Nice to see you here. Yeah, exactly. And with these texts, and now he's getting, now that's the US, Romania, and Britain. All charges with women.
Right. Well, so to answer Prairie's question, they are adult women. There, I don't think there's any question about it being minority ladies or minority girls involved at this point. But he has been accused, until proven, but there's a lot of factual information surrounding it, accused of trafficking, human trafficking, where he'd actually send girls or have girls go and fly overseas to meet people for adult entertainment. He was doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, and he's also been he's been accused in Britain of hold on, I did have it here. He's I think it's sexual exploitation in Britain. Sexual misconduct charges, which is basically the same thing what he's done to this lass.
Well, see, this is the problem. This is the problem I have. You get these guys who are, to me, insecure within themselves, and so in order for them to make themselves feel manly, they have to feel as if they have to dominate a woman, or they have to take advantage of a woman to prove how manly they are. And to me, those are the biggest cowards. I mean, I grew up around uncles and who were always like, they were the pimps of the street and they can smack women around. But then when you get a real guy that goes around and sees him smacking a girl and they get in his face, they cower like puppies. And Andrew Tate, I'm not saying that he's not a kickboxer professional and he can't handle himself, but to me, this speaks of a lot of insecurities when you have to treat women like this.
I think he's just a prick. I really do.
That's true. I think, but what? So when you say somebody's a prick, do you ever feel like, okay, what's the source or what's the reason they are who they are?
I just think
it has to be something, right?
No, I just think he's a prick. Some people are just naturally pricks, mate. They can't help themselves. I think he's just a natural prick. I think he's got built this persona that he needs to be this misogynistic type of bloke.
I'm torn.
I think his just behaviour is just
so.
Yeah, you're just
So
going to
for
say
everything,
something.
she's kind of agreeing with insecurity. Yeah. Well, I always kind of feel like there's got to be a reason. There's got to be a reason why somebody is behaving the way they have. Either they were taught that way, somebody told them that was the correct way, or they are compensating for something that they feel within themselves. So, I had a lot of times where I was feeling insecure about relationships just because of the kind of the player I was in the past. So it was hard for me to settle down and feel like if someone was genuinely interested in being in a relationship with me. I thought they
Look,
were just using
yeah,
me for sex and just to have a good time. And it took me a while to understand. Even to this day, I'm still kind of, I think about things when it comes to my wife that maybe she might be doing behind my back because that's kind of things that I was doing way back when I was younger.
Lady Luck said it too. Power control makes him feel better about himself.
But itself,
That
yes.
is something to do it too. He's built this persona up now. He's always. It looks like he's always seemed to be a bit of a prick, but now he's built this persona. He's got money now, and is projected himself this fallen messiah. He's like, people, listen to me.
Well,
We should be doing this. You should be doing this. You should be doing this. It's how men should behave. Who is he to tell people how men should behave?
well, let me ask you this question. Um, there's this topic now about what is masculinity. I mean, Trump, they JD Vance, and all of the MAGA people are always talking about what makes a man masculine these days. And I assure you, when I see JD Vance out there parading like he's some kind of tough guy, masculine guy, I always want to laugh my ass off. I'm like, dude, come on, seriously.
The
Um,
same the
so,
same
so
guy who
people
went through Marine school, he got trained as a Marine, and what did he do afterwards? He became a journalist, never saw combat.
never saw combat. Nope. But people grow up. See, before he grew a beard, he had sense. I tell people this all the time. Look at the things that JD Vance said before he grew a beard. And that is the problem I have nowadays is that men think that they grow a beard makes them act and look as if they're tough or macho. That is not macho, guys, in my opinion. I think we had a conversation like this on Drinks and Discussions a long time ago.
Yeah, we
But
did. We did.
masculinity can be all sorts of things, right?
Yes, yeah, definitely. 100%. 100%. We
Uh,
have this if we have a look through history, I'm going to use a bit of history now. Masculinity meant people dressing up in powdered white faces and powdered wigs and dressing up in fine stockings. And that was the height of masculinity.
Yep. And
Nowadays, it'd be called whoopsies.
but even when the men had the wigs and the stockings, they were also dominating their women. They were the ones who, because they wore all that stuff, they felt like they still had to be superior to the females at that time.
Yeah,
Keep the women pregnant, keep the women barefoot in the kitchen, look cleaning up after them behind the scenes, never in front. Because because even at those times, it played on their insecurities, made them feel less of a man if a woman was standing alongside or in front of them. How
yeah,
dare a woman make me feel this way? I'm a man. I'm supposed to, beat my chest and all this other stuff. I mean, that's just
exactly. But we
very
didn't
true.
we didn't go around doing that to girlfriends.
No, well, some people do.
Some people do. Obviously, like I said, I can't show the pictures because it can't be. I mean, she's a beautiful looking lass.
Hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't say no. You know, like I've got a
But
chance, like I've got a chance of her, yeah, but no. But
so,
she's a beautiful looking woman.
so let me flip it a little bit on this conversation. And I know we've got Prairie and some other Lady Luck and um, other people in the chat to maybe they comment on this question.
Yeah,
Are we also looking at it from two different perspectives? One, that I think that there's an issue with defining what masculinity is, but then I also believe that there's an issue what defines sexuality in a woman. Is a woman with an OnlyFans, is that a sexual woman, sexy woman? a woman who doesn't have OnlyFans and is an industry professional. Is that sexy? Why are we in a position? And I believe that we're in this era where females are made to feel, or for lack of a better word, made to feel as if the only way they can get ahead in this society is by showing their body off. And I know some of them like it, but a lot of people are doing it because they can make a lot of money in a short amount of time by exposing themselves to
Yeah,
men.
I can answer that. So I'm going to carry on and saying what the Mail article says. Like I say, sorry, I can't show the pictures. Copyright.
Hmm.
So it carries on. Eventually, the plaintiff began crying and begging him for it to stop. He would not. Tate continued to choke her harder and harder, making her lose consciousness. Court documents described how Tate is also facing charges in Romania, allegedly beaten her repeatedly on the top of her head and to the side of her face.
Mm.
While doing so, Tate repeated that if she ever crossed him, he will go to kill her, the lawsuit said. Remember, this is all allegedly at the moment. I'll keep on repeating that. I'm sorry, but we have to say this.
Well, in my opinion, if it's something that is, somebody can always allege it, but if they've got the text message to actually show that it actually was said, it's more than just an allegation.
Yeah.
You're actually reading something, a dialogue between two people.
I mean,
Now,
yeah,
whether he admits it or not, what you're reading is probably factual.
Yeah. So after this live, what I'll do is I'll take the pictures of the text and send them to you in private. I can't show them in public. So in doing so, Tate repeated, "So if she ever crossed him, he would kill her." The lawsuit said. According to Miss Stern, she sought medical attention and was diagnosed with post-concussion syndrome. She waited until he left the United States for filing the civil claim. Mr. McBride told the BBC that Miss Stern's lawyer, Tony Busby, that's a weird name,
Tony Busby.
Busby, yeah, who has also represented victims alleging sexual assault against Sean Diddy Combs, was a low-life bottom feeder. The lawsuit describes as a pattern of alleged emotional abuse and grooming, which first started when Miss Stern met Tate after travelling to Romania for a modelling job in 2024. Miss Stern said the controversial influencer at first seemed like a dream come true and had a provider mindset. I don't think it was his mindset she was after.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. She alleges that his initial charm gave way to dishonest and emotional, unstable, and verbal abusive behaviour. There is a pattern of that type of man. They'll come across as charming and all that,
Mm-hmm.
and when you get to know them, they'll start doing that type of stuff.
They suck you in.
Yep. And where he would describe her as his property. The statement posted to Instagram, Miss Stern said she filed the lawsuit to ensure her voice was heard. The entire situation is very traumatic and very difficult, she wrote. I considered many times just leaving Andrew and saying nothing and doing nothing because I was scared, and it was honestly hard for me to accept that I was being abused. Tate checked in at the police station earlier this week following his return to Romania. Alongside his brother Tristan Tate, he flew to the US on a private jet last month after a travel ban imposed on them during a human trafficking investigation was lifted. In Romania, the Tate brothers are facing allegations of trafficking minors, sexual intercourse of minor, and money laundering. Again, it's alleged. That's what they're charged. That's what they're going for. He hasn't been found guilty or not guilty of these crimes.
Well, somebody, I forget, I don't know if it was America or somebody had banned him from coming back over here or flying out from where he was hiding out for a while. And then they allowed him back into the country. But even Florida was like, he's not allowed in Florida because of some of the allegations and things. But it's the Donald Trump. I saw his attorney, Baba. Alibaba, whatever her name was, and she was gushing when she was trying to, on the same platform where they were talking to him, and she was like, "Oh, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan to Tate." And
Mm.
everybody's like, "What the fuck is wrong with this bitch?"
Oh yeah, definitely. There's people like that. The article also says a separate case against them, which they accuse of human trafficking and forming a criminal gang to sexually exploit women, has been sent back to the prosecutors. The pair are due to be extradited to the UK following the conclusion of proceedings in Romania after Bedfordshire police secured a European arrest warrant for the further separate allegations of rape and human trafficking involving different women.
Mm.
These allegations, which the brothers equivalently deny, back to 2012 to 2015, 4 UK women claim they've been subjugated or subjected to sexual violence by Tate between 2013 to 2015. In February, urged the Home Secretary to request his extradition in order not to fail all British victims.
So if he goes, if they extradite him, which America, if he's in America and Donald Trump's here, they're not going to extradite him out to go anywhere to stand trial
Yeah,
because Donald Trump thinks he's one of his guys, so he's not going to willingly let him go out of the country.
exactly. It's all wrong, isn't it?
And it's definitely see that's the thing I have a problem with. There's a lot of talk about guilty by association, or you are condoning something by association. When you see people like that, and you say, "Hey, I like Andrew Tate, I like the way things he says," I have a problem with you as an individual if you know about what he's talking about and what he's about.
Yeah,
You can't be a decent human being in my mind if you say I can, or I can understand some of the things that Andrew Tate talks about because I can't get my head around it.
neither can I. What the honestly the hell's happening? How can somebody right? It's all about money and power, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is.
Absolutely, it is.
Okay, so this is in 2024. So this happened. So let me get this up. This is the BBC, not reporting. This is a different case. It says there is a connection here. Tate raped and strangled us. Women talk to the BBC. Again, I've got to say allegedly for this. Okay, you're innocent. You're innocent till proven guilty. 2 women say they were raped and strangled by the controversial social media influencer Andrew Tate. Spoken to the BBC about their experience. Another woman has alleged for the first time she was also raped by Mr. Tate's younger brother Tristan, also an influencer with millions of followers. The Tate brothers, aged 37 and 36, face charges in Romania of human trafficking and forming the gang to exploit women. Andrew Tate is also charged with rape. Remember, I think that got dropped. This is 2024. This case, this story, this from the 9th of September 2024, but it's germane to the case. They said if found guilty, the 2 men could be jailed for more than 10 years. They strongly denied the charges against them. Andrew was apparently under house arrest. He's not under house arrest anymore. In addition to the charges he already faces, prosecutors are considering new allegations against him, including child behaviour and trafficking.
So let me ask you this question. Have you looked at any of the Epstein articles or the news reportings about his?
I've a little bit, but it's a bit murky, that one, because it involves a lot of people.
Well, I'm just saying, not about what you don't know, but what you do know. And let me tell you what I was going. Why I'm saying that is if
What I
you've
do
actually
know
looked at
is,
some of the information,
yeah,
it
what I
is
do know is,
eerily
yep,
it
we
is
was
eerily
involved
similar. So go ahead.
to what's
Go ahead.
happening now.
Well, it's eerily similar to Andrew Tate because
Yeah,
Epstein would find these. Some of them were homeless girls, and homeless girls can look attractive, and then you take them, you clean them up, you give them all this stuff, and then all of a sudden they feel overwhelmingly thankful and grateful. You're putting them in a situation where they were not in. They think it's all lavish and this, and then all of a sudden they're being exploited to do these things. Then some of them don't know any better, and some of them think that this is the life for them to get ahead. There's a lot of young, impressionable people out there. And I think that they have, and just because time grows and the more information that we have at our fingertips are there are still a whole sector of people who are still going to be vulnerable and still preyed upon. And it is people like Epstein and people like Tate that are doing the preying and taking advantage of these individuals.
well, speaking about Epstein, we know that girl that got involved with Prince Andrew.
Oh, even him, yeah.
Yep. Do you know she's been in a bad car accident and she may have only 4 days to live?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's been in a she got hit by a school bus in a car, and now she's purportedly got 4 days to live now.
What's 4 days is a weird number to put on it.
It really is. It may be a bit overkill, but yeah, she's been in a really bad car accident.
Mm.
But yeah, it's almost exactly the same thing. Yeah, like you said, he trafficked people around. He brought that girl to Britain. Andrew was supposed to have had relations with her. Again, she got paid off. It hasn't been proved. I don't think it got technically proven in the court of law, did it?
Which one, Epstein?
Yeah, Prince Andrew and Epstein.
Well, no, yeah, none of that's been proven in court of law.
No. So
because he killed himself or got killed before that trial.
Yeah, so put the thing, and the Queen paid a lot of money to get him off the charges. So he got off, but what he done?
Even before this last time, when Epstein went to jail and ultimately died, he was charged with some things that the prosecutor at the time was told, influenced or not, I'm not sure, to charge him with lesser crimes that allowed him not to serve any prison time. And that's why Epstein was been sitting out and not doing any time before these other charges came out, because they were like, oh, wait a minute, something's starting to happen. And I think Donald Trump was running for president, and they were trying to make all this stuff come out. And look, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Donald Trump had anything to do with it, but Donald Trump may have had something to do with it. So
his name is in the pilot logbook.
Oh, dude, his name is all over it. That's why, as a president, he would never, ever, ever release those Epstein files.
No. He has released some of the names, but some of the names he's kept away, hasn't he?
He didn't release anything that was not already released.
Okay, yeah. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
And that's why everybody was like, wait a minute, he had this big thing at the White House, and he was going to say, hey, here's some Epstein files. And then all the social media people, because there was only social media news people that were able to get these books handed out, and all it contained were the exact same flight logs and everything else that was already disseminated.
It just shows what money and power does to people, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's why it's rare. It's rare to find somebody who has the power, has the money, and also has good work ethic and morals.
Is Trump the only U.S. president who's ever been tried and found guilty of sexual misconduct?
I think there was one. Yes, I think he is the only one. But I think that there were allegations. Of course, we have Bill Clinton.
But Bill, that was consensual.
Well, yeah, but yeah. So
that was that's the famous. Yeah, that was the famous blue dress and cigar incident.
Right, but
I
when you talk
remember
about
that one.
sexual misconduct, though, that could be considered sexual misconduct.
I am saying sexual misconduct because I'm not too sure about what.
The rape allegations and stuff, right?
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Sexual misconduct just covers a whole wide range without drawing any legal matters.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody could listen to this and go, "Yeah, he said this. He said this." I'm trying to think of other words that will lead to it, but will not go there.
Right.
I say definite because you've got to be careful in what we say in things here, especially with terms of service and copyright and other stuff, and liable actions and slander. So
But
that's why I kept.
so I think also this whole going back to Tate, even when we talk about Tate self-esteem, I think a lot of these women also have low self-esteem that actually puts them in the path of an Andrew Tate. Women who are down themselves, maybe they're because men have abused them in the past, and so they fall into and revolve around. They evolve. They stay involved with someone who continuously treat them that way because that's the only way they feel as someone is loving them. They just kind of fall prey to this type of toxic man behavior and they can't get themselves out of it.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm just doing something. Okay. Ending. Yep. Thank you, Lady Luck. I've accepted you. There. Sorry. But yeah. So. Okay.
I don't
Wow.
know about that. I don't know about that. 7 out of 10, because if you go the last 7, so you got Trump, Biden. Kind of people were talking about how he would kiss or inappropriately touch someone, so
Yep.
you could probably throw Biden in there. And then you had Obama, which no one said anything about him about doing anything.
No.
So then you had George W. I don't think I heard anything about him either.
No, he was more interested in creating war, wasn't he?
Yeah. And so then there was, it was before George W.
Clinton.
Was it Clinton that early on? I thought Clinton was further down.
No, it was Clinton. Clinton
Okay,
came after. Yeah, Clinton
and
came
then
after
George H.
George Bush Senior.
Yeah, so it was George H. And George H. I don't think had any conversations around him being inappropriate around women either.
Then it was Reagan. Then it was Ford.
Yeah, that's 7 out of 10. I'm not sure about. That's a lot of presidents groping people. I don't think that's a fair number. Maybe two out of 10.
And that'd be another good one to do. That'd be yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, U.S. presidents. I mean, wow, that's another subject because after we've been hearing about from the news for over here that apparently that Trump wants to join the Commonwealth and Trump wants to run a third term and do all that. That's
he wants to do. He wants to run for a third term. He wants Greenland. He wants Canada.
Panama.
He wants everything. He's just an idiot.
Yeah. That's another case, and we'll do that one later when I've looked at it really properly. Mm-hmm. It just amazes me. But yeah, but how do people find Andrew Tate attractive? He looks like an egg. He looks like a deformed egg. All right, I can see the body. I mean, he's sculptured, yeah. But look at his face.
He has an accent too, so that goes well with the ladies.
His accent is known as a chav accent in Britain. What I mean by chav, you all right, bruv? How's it going? That type of thing.
Mm.
And you'll try to use long words to make him sound so clever and thing. And you'll dress up and he'll just wear his boxer shorts with this silk type of robe, producing this, and just looks like a tit.
Well, let me look at it like this too. Outside of the things that he's done, let's talk about the path in which he's become popular. And this is people in my generation are probably the generation that's also saying the exact same thing I'm about to say. Is social media has made ordinary people into something that normally they would not be. I
It's
mean,
made stupid people famous.
it's the Kim Kardashian effect. You go out there and you do something outlandish, it lands you this notoriety, and then you just keep building on it, keep building on it, keep building on it. And it's because YouTube has people who only watch YouTube stuff and they keep giving those few people likes and all this other stuff. And then you've got a lot of people who are sitting in their mom's basement right now, named Mike Cerrone, listening to Andrew Tate, thinking that that makes him on the same level as Andrew Tate is on. And then you go out there and you have to listen to him regurgitate some of the nonsense, but not even in the same manner that Andrew Tate does. But he tries to regurgitate this sort of level of masculinity, and you listen to him and you say, "Wow, that sounds completely like garbage." What kind of word salad is that?
It really does. I've got to say, Ladylike, do you know who Mike Cerrone is? I'll have to ask. Because Mike, I'm sure he's been Mel's panel before, but Mike Cerrone is the total lolcow around here. I don't talk about him as much as other channels do. When his name is mentioned, I say he's an idiot.
Hey, Laura Raider's here in the building.
Wow. Hey, Laura. Long time no see. I know.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I managed to get him on here. I got him on. Yeah.
I was supposed to show a couple of weeks ago, and we had a hailstorm, and I got busy and all this other stuff. So I am trying to be more involved, especially with my homie here, Mr. Paul.
Yes, I'm trying to do more interesting panels. I've got to tell you, Brian, I'm going to London tomorrow.
Oh, you're going to record the trip?
I'm not going to record the trip. I may do some live. What I'm doing is I'm meeting family who I've never met before. And she lives in London. Yeah, so I'm going to London. After I finish meeting her, I'm going to go to the East End, and I'm going to do a video, which is a bit of a macabre history of London. I'm not going to say what it is, but it's going to be interesting.
Okay.
Then I may go back, do a bit of a live, because everybody likes to see London, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
You know, London. Let's all go down to London town. Then afterwards, I may go down to the pub, which I've been to, and may have a few beers in the pub, but no, try not to get so drunk this time.
So who's the family member, if you don't mind me asking?
My cousin.
Okay. You never met her before?
Not at all, no. It was a family breakup. My granddad separated from my gran, and that was his first wife, and he got another family. And I've just begun to know the other family. And JP is right, Guinness. Yes, Guinness. I do like a pint of Guinness. That's my jam.
There's a lot of Guinness drinking. There's a lot of Guinness drinking around here in North Seapat each day.
Yeah, Guinness in London's not so bad. I've got to go to Ireland because Guinness doesn't really travel well. So I'd like to go to Ireland and try the real Guinness there. But yeah, so I'm going to go to London, meeting her at the centre. Then going to have a coffee together and just have a little chat. Then I'm going to do my thing.
Very, very nice, sir. Very, very nice.
Yes, very nice. Yes. But I'm going to tell her because she's from Scotland. Very educated person she is too. She's got a PhD in economics from Durham University, which is one of the top universities in Britain. In fact, it's probably one of the top schools in the world, actually.
Is she your age? Are you older, younger?
Younger. Younger. Yeah, so she's working in London. She's working and living near the city, so they must have a little bit of money because London's not a cheap place to live.
Yeah,
far from it. You know, not money. Not that I'm saying the money interests me. It'd be good to meet family, and I'll say to her, "Look, you've got family here. If there's any problems, All you have to do is give us a ring, and I could be there for her. Because coming from Scotland and to London when you've got no family around, it's good to know that you've got somebody there.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Laura. This is I'm actually watching the Maverick game. It's on the projector that keeps flashing.
Pardon? You're watching what?
Watching the Dallas Mavericks game. It's a base basketball game.
Okay.
That's why you see that light flashing.
Oh, Crystal Palace. You know why they called it Crystal Palace there, JP? I can tell you this. When back in the Victoria times, they actually built this magnificent glass structure. It had an underground train station. It had a train station going to it. They built it for the World Trade Fair, and it was all known through London. And that's how he's got his name, the Crystal Palace. And it survived until World War II. Then it mysteriously burnt down. So they knocked it all down, but the name still stands.
Mm.
So that's how you get the name Crystal Palace, and it's actually quite a nice little area. Yeah, but going back to this Andrew Tate,
Well, that's Laura Raven. She's around. What's her thoughts on Andrew Tate? Because I know that there are women who probably buy into this stuff.
Okay, so Laura, what do you think of Andrew Tate? Have you heard about the case? It'd be interesting to get a woman's perspective. So what I'm going to do is, I did ask somebody to appear, but she may be busy.
So Laura says he's a slot bag, exactly what we thought. Exactly.
Yeah. So
I kind of had a feeling that would be her take on that.
If anybody wants to come up and give their point of view, the link is there.
Yeah, and I'm with you, Laura. I mean, I've heard about him for quite some time, even before he got exiled into wherever state he was before he just came back. And once it's like R. Kelly, it's like Michael Jackson, it's like P. Diddy. There are certain people, if you know, you just know. And we knew so long ago about P. Diddy. And we're just surprised that either the legal and law enforcement agencies caught up to him, and that the people's personal and the public persona kind of got involved with him as well.
Well,
because I remember the early 2000s. I think it's when Mace left P. Diddy that everybody in the rap community got wise on Puff Daddy.
Andrew Tate has created a cult. Yeah, so we discussed this earlier, didn't we, Brian?
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
We did. But Britain's had worse cases than R. Kelly and Michael Jackson. The worst case is a guy of Sir Jimmy Savile. Have you heard about him?
Jimmy who?
Jimmy Savile. Sir Jimmy Savile.
It sounds. No, I guess not. I'm thinking Savile Row, but that's not him.
No, okay, so Jimmy Savile worked as a bouncer in the nightclubs in the north in the 40s and 50s after World War II.
Mm-hmm.
Then he got himself a job in entertainment. Then he started to work for the BBC. And when he worked at the BBC, he became this massive personality. We're talking about people loved him. The BBC loved him. Women loved him. Children loved him. Blokes liked him. Royalty liked him. He was a friend of Prince Charles. He was a friend of Margaret Thatcher. He used to advise the king, and he used to advise Charles on what to do before he was king. Really big entertainer. Until the 90s. Somebody came in and they...
Wait a minute. Wait. Wasn't he part of like some super group, some big group or something?
No, he's not a singer. He's an entertainer.
Entertainer, okay. I think I know what you're talking about, but keep going.
Yeah, he's entertaining. He done Top of the Pops, which is a music program. He done Jim Will Fix It, where he used to sit in this big chair and have the cigar out of his mouth with big gold
I
chains
know
and
what you're talking
gold
about.
rings.
Yes. Mhm.
And he would do children's dreams for them, children, right? And he'll do adult dreams for them too. So a child would like, I'd like to fly in a Spitfire, and he'd arrange to get the child to fly in a Spitfire,
Mhm.
and they would get a badge saying Jim fixed it for me. And it wasn't until the 90s that somebody was sent a note to the Surrey police, and he got taken to the Guildford police station. But they couldn't find anything, so they let him go. So this carried on, but there was a talk in the entertainment circles that children, young women and young men wouldn't be allowed don't round down Jimmy Savile. There's also a famous case where they asked the Sex Pistols what they thought of him, and Johnny Rotten came up and he said this. He said no, don't want to give. Basically, he's a chomo.
Mm.
But they got taken off there. They got stopped. They got stopped because Jimmy Savile had powerful friends,
Mhm.
and this carried on. And when he died, he got buried, and you had this beautiful grave for him, was all set out. And suddenly, these allegations started trickling in and trickling in and trickling in and trickling in, trickling in, and it turned into a flood of allegations. Apparently, from the 60s to the day he died, he had been assaulting girls of
I think
young
I
age, and yeah,
I could have
he,
swore that was uh, a documentary.
there's had been a documentary.
Okay.
There's been numerous documentaries about him. But what also people forget too, he got involved into a hospital, and I think it was All Day Hay Hospital, where he would go raise money. But what he'd do is he'd act like a porter. You'd help to bring people around. And there've been people catching him having relations with people in a comatose position.
Mm.
He also got caught having relations with dead people.
Oh my gosh. Now I know I've heard this story, but I didn't know that guy's name, but I knew he was somebody who was supposed to be upper class and just looked upon, and everybody thought he was just like this really just random, I mean, really nice guy, and he ended up being really evil.
Yeah, but if you looked at him now, you'd see that you'd actually, oh God, yeah, you can see why he's a chomo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He was just this really sick individual, but nobody could pin anything to him because he had friends in high places.
Mm.
And it wasn't until his death that he found out all this happened. And so his grave got knocked down. Nobody, we know where his grave is, but you can't do nothing because his grave there. He had houses in Glencoe in Scotland that got vandalised and thing. He just got the whole basically cancelled. After death, he got cancelled. Nobody mentions him. Nobody nothing. It created a whole operation for the police. It created Operation U Tree, which brought in all these famous people in. They got who you didn't think, and they got charged with child. People like Gary Glitter too. They used to hang round with each other, and it was just this 70s thing because Sir Jimmy Savile would I hate calling him that because that's his name though.
But it's funny how people will let their morals, common sense, and values slip for the price of fame. Look at it.
He didn't.
I mean, not necessarily
yeah.
him, not necessarily him, but the people around him. Oh, he's so popular, and no one said anything for quite some time, and that was a behavior that some people witnessed or knew about. And it's the same thing with P. Diddy, and the same things with other celebrities who are, involved in these certain things. People just know about it, but the cost of fame is so important to them that they're willing to look the other way when some of these things are going on.
Yeah.
Hey, King's
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Hey, King.
Lady Laura, yes, he did. Because Keir Starmer was head of the prosecution service at the time with Jimmy Savile. It's also people still mention it today and saying, "Why didn't you do nothing? Why didn't you do nothing? Why didn't you do nothing?" It's just ridiculous. But Keir Starmer's mostly famous now for the grooming gangs in the places, which is a whole different type of topic again. I know Coulthard, okay, from the UFO channel, he was expelled from BBC for charging too much. I don't know who he is. I need to look him up, JP. I'll find out. I'll have a look him up there. Yeah, but loads of famous people got cornered from Operation U Tree in Britain. You know, these famous people from the 70s and early 80s. You know, this is again, it was a blight on. Look, Rolf Harris. Have you heard of Rolf Harris?
I don't think I do.
Rolf Harris was an Australian entertainer. He used to do children's TV. He also done songs. He also played at Glastonbury. But he was an artist too. He actually painted the Queen's portrait.
Okay.
He found out he homoed the girls too, and he got sent to prison. See, Lady Luck knows. Lady Luck, not laughing at what thing. I'm just laughing at it because Lady Luck knows who he is. Yeah, but he got done. He got sent to prison, and he died. But people still tried to defend him. But you can't defend the indefensible. You can't. He deserved to go in jail. It is this whole culture of these things in the 70s. There was children's home. There was a children's home that famous MPs used to go to and take young boys into a special room.
Oh yeah, look, the Catholic Church did the same thing.
Catholic Church, another famous example. Again, Church of England, another famous example.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's really difficult to find, and listen, and I guarantee you, every famous person that you know of right now, there's somebody who has always been out there trying to dig up as much dirt. And even some of the good big stars, like Kevin Hart, for example, there's a lot of people who tried to dig up a lot of dirt on him, his extramarital affairs, and all trying to bring him down a notch. And sometimes it works, and unfortunately for Kevin Hart, it has not, because he's been able to, become successful and then stay on top of his game. But if you want to be in politics, you want to be famous, you are taking the chance on someone giving up the dirt that you already were in, or if you don't have the moral fortitude to stay who you are, getting sucked into a situation to where they can find dirt on you eventually and group you in with the P. Diddy's and the other individuals that are doing this nonsense.
Hold on, I'm trying to find this MP. Okay, Cyril Smith. Now, Cyril Smith. He's Let me get this. Yes, Cyril Smith is a famous British MP. Reason why he was famous, it was built like 25 barrels.
He was what?
Built like 25 barrels.
A big guy?
Big guy.
I'm going to say 25 barrels sounds like a really big dude.
Yeah, he wasn't... I'm a big guy. And he's like 4 times the size of me. I think he almost weighed a quarter of a ton once.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, or half a ton. He got really, really big. Now he was a really famous MP.
Hmm.
It really was. He had an MBE and other several awards he won, and he was a liberal.
Hmm.
He was a liberal MP. Let's say he had more on a veranda hanging over his sweet shop. You know what I mean? It was in 1979 that a magazine alleged that was involving a chomo in teenage boys in a hostel that he co-founded.
1979. That's a
What's
long
that?
time ago. You say
Yeah,
1979?
yeah, 1979. That's when the first allegations started. In 2012, speaking in an MP for Labour, which was which was an MP for Cyril's former seat, called for an inquiry about allegedly acts of chomoing by Smith, and it's found out from that that had been going on since 1964.
Mm.
And it wasn't until 2012 that somebody that got being brought up, and in 2013 there was more investigations, and in 2014 there was another set of investigations, and in 2015 there was also more papers released, and in 2018 there was an independent inquiry into child chomoing by the Houses of Parliament, and it was published by Cambridge House and other various organisations. But that was all to a mute point, because Cyril died in 2010. So he didn't get a chance to. Nobody got the chance to bring him to justice when he should have been. He should have been arrested and jailed.
So, who's this person Laura's talking about?
Who's that?
A BBC presenter who recently got outed and lost his job.
I'm not too sure. I'll need to have a look that one up, Laura. But again, it shows you that power corrupts people.
The wrong people. I don't think power corrupts good people. You got to have something bad about you to begin with in order for it to allow it to corrupt you. I don't think it corrupts all good people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, but this is all germane to the case. It all just shows how the positions of power, when you get into the positions of power, that people will take advantage. Andrew Tate has been taking advantage of these younger, these women. I mean, they are women, and apparently young girls. I've got to say apparently, because again, it hasn't been proven.
But you know, Will, he's just the loudest mouth that has done this to women. There are a lot of men that are continually doing this, getting arrested for doing it, that are just, somebody in some back end trailer park and thinking that it's right because this is the way you're supposed to treat women. And it's weird that he's the biggest mouth right now, that is the poster boy of being the most disgusting male figure out there. That's, again, I still can't understand why Donald Trump and all these other MAGA people feel as if he's some righteous and upstanding citizen.
Money.
But Tate doesn't have Donald Trump money.
I know, but money. Trump recognizes money, doesn't he?
But Andrew Tate ain't a multimillionaire. He might be a millionaire. He's not a multimillionaire.
I think he is. Hold on, let me get this.
I don't even think he's worth over 100 million. He may be worth 50 to 60, maybe. That's on a good day.
Well, I wish I had that type of money, mate.
But think about it. Think about it. If you're $100 million, or if you got 500 million,
apparently
50 to 60 is nothing.
Apparently, he's only worth 12 million net worth.
12
Apparently,
million? See, yeah, that's a chump change. Yeah.
yeah, no,
That's
but
nothing.
still, I need to find out, Laura. Oh no, I know who you're thinking of. He wasn't a BBC presenter; he was an ITV presenter, and his name was Philip Schofield.
What was the story on him?
He
Molesting boys?
was okay. Yeah, he recently came. He recently came out the closet.
Oh.
He was married too.
Oh.
Yeah, so he came out the closet, and it was okay. But again, this is Philip's case again. But Philip was messaging this young intern, and they got together apparently,
Mm.
allegedly. Yep, and he also took down a co-presenter, the name of Holly she's got really Holly Willoughby. Holly,
It's a
Holly
female?
Willoughby. Yeah.
What's going on over there, y'all side of town, of the world? Y'all got old men coming out of the closet, putting on the wig and stockings again?
We're just a bunch of suppressed English Brits, mate.
Yeah, everybody know y'all get those wigs and stockings in the closet. Go start wearing them again.
It sounds like you want a party, mate.
No. I'll pass. I will definitely take the hard pass.
Trust me, normal folks don't do that, mate.
You'll find out before you'll find out before I do. But you like that.
Definitely. I mean, yeah, definitely. Is mine's always an exit. It's never an entry. You know what I mean?
Oh, I definitely know what you mean, sir.
Yeah. That's nothing against me. You are who you are at the end of the day, and if you're gay, you're gay. If you love it,
make it fun.
Yeah, it's just having a bit of laugh. That's all. Because I respect anybody, because it takes all sorts to make the world.
Absolutely.
And if you come out as who you are, and makes the world so much a better place. I think Mike Cerrone should come out.
I thought he already did for some strange reason. I thought I heard that. I'm kidding.
Oh, that would be brilliant.
Well, but here's the deal. I don't think Mike could come out as being homosexual. I think Mike would come out as being, what's the term? I had it in my head and I was like, incel.
He's ready.
Get a woman.
Yeah, he's ready. Came out as an incel.
Oh,
he's
really?
already said he was an incel. Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah. He already said he was once.
Mother,
ages ago. You're behind this, mate. He's behind.
Oh yeah, he thought incel was some kind of a good thing. He thought it was a good term. He didn't know what it meant. I remember that.
Yeah. Okay, so I can't put so Laura's going to find the name. Yeah, he came out ages. He came as an ages as an incel there. Now he's on to other things.
I do recall.
It's just so funny. He's not very good at insults neither.
No. Did somebody pretend he was?
Yeah, he said I smelled like fish and chips once.
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah, I know. I was quite upset about that.
Yeah, that was a good singer there.
Oh no, I was like, "Whoa, what are you doing, dude?" Do I say you smell like?
What he should have said is, you know what, Paul? Every time you take your shoes off, your feet smell like malt vinegar. Now that one.
I'd probably go, "You're right about that." Yes.
You're right. Yes. Take a little sniff.
Yeah, little sniff. No, I can't say that now because people are going to clip that and they're going to think I'm going to do a Mike Cerrone when he stuck his fingers.
Oh my God, yes.
Nah. And when he get his nose mining.
Hugh Edwards.
Yeah, Hugh Edwards. Yes, Hugh Edwards got away with his crime. I don't know how he done it, but he got away with it.
What crime?
I've got a video on him. I'll send you the video.
Oh, you did a video of it?
Yeah, a short.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so explain. Yeah, so explain a little bit. I involved Chomomi. I can't believe,
Oh,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
what is it with these old ass white dudes that want to fucking around with these little young either girls or boys? I just never understood.
Hold on. What if these older rapper black dudes that want to go around and buy baby oil here?
Hey. It keeps the skin shiny. What are you talking about? You gotta keep the
Yeah.
skin, bro. You gotta glisten.
And singing "I Believe I Can Fly."
Listen, yes, you got a word of the night is glisten. You have to have that brown skin glistening. When you have that ring lamp on, you gotta shine, baby, shine.
I know. If I ever get an invite to a P Diddy party, never to attend.
Listen, man. I've heard so many people have gone to those parties and knew about all this stuff, and just they either said they didn't stay till all the freaky stuff happened. They just left early. But you left early because you knew this shit was about to happen. So
if I'm attending, Brian, I'm sure to fuck you're going to come with me, and I'm chucking you to the lions now.
Hey, why not gonna be dead? Why not gonna be Daniel in the lion's den? Why? What the fuck?
Because you're American, mate. I can get away because I'm British.
Listen, we roll together. We got to glean together, man. You can't just leave me.
Hell nah. No. You're getting thrown to the lions, mate.
No.
I'm leaving you there.
I will tell you that I might be standing at the door looking through the peephole. I ain't gonna lie. If I went to a Diddy party, I'd probably be sitting there going, "What's going on behind this door? I want to know."
If I went, I'd beat the door and look and go, "Fuck no, I'm getting out of here, mate." And I'd be sure to be taking bottles with me.
Well, it just depends. Like if I looked at the peephole and saw you on your knees and P. Diddy was standing above you, I'd probably like, "What the fuck is going on?" But if I also saw something that was like really like sick and like underage stuff, I think I'd bust in the door open and kick somebody's ass.
Yeah, apparently that was Justin Bieber too, wasn't it?
I feel sorry for Justin Bieber. I heard Justin Bieber and Usher, and I feel sorry for those guys, the little kids.
Yeah.
God
damn. SNL had a joke about getting rich as an all.
Getting what now?
That's what Laura said. Read what Laura said.
Oh yeah, yes, sir. I remember that joke. I saw that. They were talking about drill. No, it was like I forgot the joke, but yes, I remember that. Michael Shea did a joke about oil. Jerry Jones. Was it Jerry Jones?
I don't know. Who's that bloke who does the Trump impression?
I don't know his name. On Saturday Night Live?
Yeah.
It used to be the guy who shot the girl.
Alec Baldwin.
It used to be him, but then now it's somebody else. I don't know who his name is.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I do like the new character, Domingo. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I think I like him too.
Yeah.
But you know what's so funny though? I only really watch it if it's like some celebrity on there that I really like, and I like the Weekend Update with Michael Shea and Colin Jones. I like those guys.
And also I do like that the woman who's the aliens abduct all the time.
So I don't watch it that closely.
Yeah, she gets abducted by the aliens. What's her name? She's a lesbian.
Oh, that clears it up. Let me tell you. Now I remember her name now.
Blonde hair. She's got blonde hair. She's really funny.
I think I know who you're talking about. She's kind of tall, but I don't know who she is.
Yeah, Kate McKinnon.
Oh, she's gone. Yeah, she's been gone.
Yeah, no, but she came back for the 50th.
Oh, yeah, she did do that.
She did, and she done the with Glenn Close played her mum.
Mm.
No, not Glenn Close. What's her name? Meryl Streep.
No, it was Glenn Close. It was Glenn Close. No, it was Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I like when she does the alien abduct. Was it? Yeah, my Cuda and my Shooter were all sticking out.
I saw that. I saw that little bit of a skit when I watched it back on the highlights.
Yeah. Well, it was slightly difficult, and she makes all the men crack. All the men. She goes up, especially what's the guy? He was in the Fall Guy movie.
The Avengers.
No, they done a release, didn't they? The Fall Guy.
The Fall Guy. Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. She makes him crack up all the time.
Oh yeah, I remember him. When he was actually on there, he was super funny.
Oh yeah, brilliant. I do like that.
But I like it when the celebrities get on there and they can't control their laughter.
Yes.
Because it makes it feel like they're like regular people, you know?
It does. And they had they done Kieran was starred with Eddie Murphy, and they done the Scared Straight skit. Then they had Will Ferrell turn up.
So yeah, Will Ferrell is one of my favorite all-around guys ever. I think he's
definitely. But they had Black Jeopardy. And they had Eddie Murphy playing. Who's was it? Tracy Morgan.
Yes, he was like, oh, Eddie Murphy playing Tracy Morgan next to Tracy Morgan.
And Tom Hanks.
And then Tom Hanks came in and they wearing a MAGA hat. And everybody was like upset that Tom Hanks was wearing a MAGA hat.
Hey Bart, good to see you. We just I'll let you recap. I'll do a quick recap. We were talking about Andrew Tate. There's new allegations of Andrew Tate essaying his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend now, I hope. Swear to God, she's got enough brain to get away from as far as from that creep. I mean, I wish I could call him stronger, but obviously can't. Get away from that creep as far away as possible. But he apparently said he can hit her, and he wanted to impregnate her by the end of the year, and she was his property, so he could do anything he wanted to her. I mean, that's basically the gist of it, really, in a small nutshell. You know? But again, yeah, that's what we were talking about. A case of powerful people exploiting women, exploiting men, and also chomoing.
We talked about a lot of things, actually.
Yeah. But they're all germane to the point, though.
All germane to the point.
I like that word. I'm using that word quite a lot.
You've used that word 3 times already, 4 times now tonight.
Well, it's better me using the word fuck, isn't it?
But when you use the word germane, it's always been germane to the point.
Yes, always very germane to the point. Yes, very germane. Not German, but germane. Elon Musk, well, he's another tit, isn't he? So he's another case. Oh God,
Where's Vic Ferrari?
He's probably about somewhere. He's probably asleep now. It's a bit late for him.
Yeah, he had reached out a couple of times, and I've spoken to him, and I think he does. I think Angel does.
Yeah, he goes
evening lives now too.
Yeah, he goes with Angel. He goes up to Angel's channel. He has a good laugh there. We have get a good vibe. Mostly talk about Mike Cerrone on Angel's channel, which is quite fun sometimes.
Well, I just thought, things have changed. I always thought that Angel was like a daytime show. Now he's going to nights?
He does nights and he does daytimes on a Sunday.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's this thing. He's got a long library of Mike Cerrone videos.
Wait a minute. And Zell is still on Facebook or YouTube?
Yeah,
Oh
Zell's got
my
her own little
God.
thing, that's with her and Tommy.
Oh my God. So
No,
you're talking about the same thing? Is it the
I
same drama?
I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I really do. I really do the drama now. I go. There's only couple of channels I go on to. I've been on Lady Luck's channel if she's still about. She does a really good live. I've been on chat in several, but not been on panel. I've been on panel and angels, and maybe sometimes, but very rarely on cheeseheads. But I
Oh
usually
yeah.
have a good laugh. Usually have a good laugh in cheeseheads.
Listen. I think the last time I saw Cheesehead and Jake, well, they're still talking so negative about that when they were still doing the same Sharon bit over and over, and it's just kind of.
Oh no! It's now Thumper 88 and Savage Dave.
Oh yeah, yeah. Double 88 Saturday. That's who they
Yeah,
were talking about. Right.
yeah. That's what the thing has been.
They're going back and just keep going back and down about shit. So.
Yeah. But they do. That's what they do. And good luck to them. It's just like you have a good. I like going there because I have a good laugh and have a chat to them, and they're cool people. To me, they are. I don't think Thumper would say that, but they are to me.
Yeah, it's like a sitcom. It's funny for the first 3 or 4 seasons, and then after a while, the jokes get stale, and everything else is kind of like it's not funny anymore.
Well, it's the case of when somebody denies what they've done, and I've had a look at what they've done, and yeah, it's vile.
Well, even if they've done something vile, once you know they've done something vile, you're just gonna go, fuck. I know about it. I don't give a fucking about it, but why I'm still talking about it?
I get it, but it creates content for them, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, I'm not saying that they shouldn't do it. I'm just talking about for me.
Yeah, no, I did go on Mel Pandora's panel, but Mel's nuked her channel for the minute.
And Jake does lives by himself on that channel?
Sometimes, yes.
Jake needs to get his own channel and talk about what Jake wants to talk about. Jake would be a huge hit, I think.
Irish Demon doesn't do lives anymore. He's nuked his Discord.
Well, but he still does his show. It's just not live.
No, he does videos of court cases now.
Yeah. He still does his thing.
Yeah, he does. So he doesn't do things. And we're all waiting for the Messiah to come back.
Oh, not Irish Demon. I'm thinking of I forgot honestly. I'm subscribed to Irish Demon a long time ago. I was thinking about my boy. I can't remember his name now. Shit.
He's not much of your boy then, is he?
No, let's see. I have no tip of my tongue. I'm up here watching the game, listening to you. Damn it! Who was the guy? I'll think of it later.
I don't know, but yeah, Irish Demon doesn't do lives anymore. I'm just trying to think.
Wait a minute. What is shit? How did Irish Demon get outed? What happened? How did he get outed and for what?
Something I'm not going to say in here, but I'll tell you later.
Okay.
It is, yeah, he got outed for doing something really bad.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I wasn't that much of a fan of his to begin with, but oh well.
Yeah. I don't know if HB still goes on. He probably does, but I don't go around him and his channel anymore.
Who?
HB.
Oh, I thought he kind of. I haven't heard anything about him or his channel, and I distanced myself a long time from him.
Yeah, I distanced myself from him. Jeff still goes on. Gen X Jeff.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. He has Mike Cerrone come onto his panel quite a lot.
Oh, that's why he goes live, because he keeps Mike keeps views around over there.
Mike does get clicks and views. He really does. We have to look at it like that. No joking.
Team Skeptic, that's who I was talking about.
Team Skeptic doesn't do. He keeps on concentrating on his Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
he
does his videos.
Yeah,
he does his videos.
There's not many people who do lives really anymore now.
Oh, we talked about this before. The successful channels, they never do lives. Even like I watch the Midas Touch Network, I watch a couple of other big TV streams. Not one of them are live unless there's like a big news event, and they'll go live to broadcast that news event. But the majority of them are just 100% video.
Yeah. Kane Catharsis, he does his lives.
Who does?
Kane Catharsis.
I don't know who that
is. He came on here. He's another channel where we seem to pick up a bit of drama. But I like chatting to him. To me, he's done nothing wrong, so I will say I've been chatting to him, so it's cool. It may not be for other people though.
Mm-hmm.
But we are waiting for the Messiah to come back.
For the who come back?
The Messiah.
Who is that? Oh, the Messiah.
Yes. The VV.
Nobody's waiting on that. No. Dude. It's been, I think has it been 2 years?
Yeah, it has.
Okay, so that dude ain't coming back.
Yeah.
It's too much for him to come back and try to do and be the same personality and persona that he faked to be before he left. Because nobody's going to believe the shtick anymore, right?
Yeah.
You lied, and you made people feel as if you were this, and then all of a sudden you lied all the way up until the day you just had to turn yourself in. They told you, wait a minute. They told this fool, you can turn yourself in on this day. And then he acted like such an idiot that they said, nope, we're revoking that. You got to come in today. Stop what you're doing. Don't pass go. Do not collect $200, but turn your ass in right now.
I think people are waiting for Vegas Valley to turn up. It's more no. Hear me out. It'd be like watching a car crash happen.
Well, yeah.
You know, you're not supposed to look at things like this, but you do. I think that's what people are thinking. That how many people are going to rush back to his channel?
Well, let me ask you this question. I don't think that he can come close. I don't think he can touch a computer once he's released. I think that he can't. That's going to be part of his, getting out. Is you can't log on YouTube, be on YouTube, own a computer for the rest of your life. And he ain't got that many years left.
That's a bit bleak, but thank you.
I'm just saying. He is not going to be on a computer.
Do you have the Samaritans in America?
Do I have what now?
The Samaritans. They're a charity that help people who feel depressed or on the urge of. My advice is don't work for them.
Don't do what? Comment,
don't work for them.
Don't work for them.
That'd be my advice.
Well, Loretta said he gets out in July, she thinks.
Yeah.
And going to live with a cousin in Henderson and not Big Mama. Ooh.
Where's Henderson?
I have no idea.
Yeah, yeah, but we have all these. But Mike is, I'd say, God, I hate to admit it, but yeah, again, Mike has been like a, he's been the biggest he has been that, but he's been like the biggest car crash that, or like, you shouldn't really watch police chases on TV, but they're so damn entertaining sometimes. You just keep at it, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's like. That's what it's like with him. He keeps on saying, "I'm this polarizing person." Yeah, he's the biggest shining bright. He's the biggest brightest light in YouTube.
Well, okay, so let me be clear. I would probably against my better judgment, would be interested to see if he ever came back because I would like to know if he's going to come out and be all big and jacked. Remember, he said he was going to go in and hit the weights, and that was going to be he come out and look all jacked. That's what I want to see.
I wonder if he'd come out, you order a type of vanilla ice cream, and that's not for eating, mate.
Oh my God, bro! What the heck? This is a PG conversation. Just take it there.
It'd be like a yawning hippo, mate.
Mm.
He'd be walking like John Wayne. I know. Look, we can laugh and joke about this, but if he does get a computer, he will be definitely, because his whole life was the internet at one point, wasn't it?
Absolutely, it was. That's all he had his whole entire life.
Exactly.
It was this fake persona that he wanted everybody to believe in.
Oh yeah, the fake hard man persona, how big and tough he was, and all that, and really, you're just a really small, gimpy looking bloke, mate.
Oh yeah, we look. You and I know the real deal. It's the other people who he had fooled. He didn't have us fooled.
No, not at all. No, it's like Mike Cerrone saying he's 6'4" and 240 pounds.
Oh,
that, as Shania Twain says, that don't impress me much. You know, people brag about stuff. It's like Donald Trump the other day. There was a press officer, and he said something, and Donald Trump said, "Don't talk to me like that." No, you could have just left it. You know, your phone. He goes, "Don't talk to me about it. I am the president of the United States."
Oh yeah.
Whoopee fucking do.
Yeah.
Sorry, if you have to say you're president to show off your power, it's quite sad. You know, you could have said, "Look, don't talk to me like that. If you're going to talk to me like that, leave."
I don't think I really told somebody that at all. I think I need to retract something I missed. Indeed.
Oh no, Liz is going to be disappointed, mate. This is going to be so disappointed because you're on here, aren't you?
Oh well. So, what did you say? I'm sorry, I was typing at the same time. What did you say?
Yeah, I was saying Liz is going to be so disappointed.
Oh, yeah, she's not going to be disappointed because I'm not Mike Cerrone. She likes to follow Mike Cerrone. Laura's right about that. Liz loves to hate Mike Cerrone.
And Taylor Klein, too.
Oh, she doesn't like Taylor Klein? I don't even know who Taylor Klein is.
No. Taylor Klein hates Mike Cerrone.
Oh.
He's got his own fan club.
Oh, my gosh.
How does one person do so much damage? You know what I mean?
Well, if you know, you know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, how long has he been on YouTube for? It's the same amount of time as me, most probably.
I would say at least 3 years.
Yeah, because I met you through Hand Banana's channel.
Right.
No, through Dr. Dave's, actually, because when Dr. Dave was having the Audit Them wars.
Then we went Dave's and then Hand Banana.
Yeah. Yes, because we had to chat because we went on Audit Them's live feed. I was in the chat and you were in the chat and we were chatting away.
Because I had stopped going over to Dr. Dave's for a while, so it might have been Dr. Dave's or Hand Banana's one of the two.
Yeah, it was definitely Dr. Dave's because I started watching Dr. Dave when the cat died.
Whose cat?
Schrodinger's cat.
I wasn't around when Schrodinger's cat died. I came after that.
Yeah, I was watching Schrodinger's cat. Then when I heard he passed away, I was like disappointed.
Yeah, I think because I didn't know him, so I came. You were on the way before me then because I didn't know anything about him.
Then I went to Dr. Dave's and started watching him. I never went onto his panels. That's when I met you and we chatted in chat. We didn't actually chat
Yeah,
like
that
we
was
are
it.
doing
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Then on HB, then I got drunk one day because they're all it was serious because they're having a go at HB and Silly Rabbit was having a go. And I said, "What are you doing, man?" And we had to chat then. Then I went to Joe's when I was drunk. Then I had an argument with Vinny Pots and Pans. It was just quite
Oh,
an
that's
epic
right. I
argument.
remember that.
Yeah. Then I had another argument with Joey. Then I had an argument with Nick Volt.
Where is Nick Volt around still?
I think Nick Volt goes to Dr. Dave's now.
Oh, fuck that shit.
But he still works at the university. So when Mike Simone said he got him thing, no, he still works at the university there. So Mike talks stuff. I mean, I'm not a particular fan of Nick Volt, you know that. But Mike sort of say, Mike is about as useful as tits on a goldfish.
Logan Sandman said that Dope is working at a university in Florida.
No, he's still at the same university, I think. Well, I remember anyway. But then again, I'm not really caring about. He said to me, Nick Volt goes to me. He said to me, "Your channel will become nothing." It seems to be doing all right at the moment, doesn't it?
I guess so.
We're still going around. We're producing quality videos. Interesting topics. Oh,
and,
I could go.
and not making a jackass out of yourself.
Yes. Yes, I mean that's quite a decent thing to do on YouTube.
And,
you know,
and that's again why, even though sometimes I'm not on, there are times where I go back and watch just somebody's show or listen in. I watch some of your stuff, and I never see and hear you trying to do the divisive. Why are you on my channel if you're going to go over to that channel? Remember those days?
Oh God, yes.
You couldn't be over here if you're going to be over there.
The gatekeeping. What are you doing over there? Because I like it over there. It was Mike Simone tried to do that with me because I because I used to go on HB's channel and to Cheeseheads, and Mike Simone goes, "You ought to see what Paul's been saying about you to HB," and like what? Then HB, did you know HB used my name on his when he was chatting with that monkey?
No, I had no idea.
Yeah, he was chatting this young girl up, and he goes, "Who are you?" And he goes, "Oh, my name's Paul Morrison. I run the discussion salon channel."
And Prairie's asking the same thing that we were talking about earlier. It's everybody waiting for VV 2.0.
Yes, we are. Yes. Yeah, Laura, he did do that. He used when he was chatting on that monkey app. Some girl asked him, and he said, he said, "Oh yeah, my name's Paul Morrison. I run a YouTube channel called The Discussion Salon." He did honestly say that.
I don't think. Okay, so I know we don't really know each other, right? And we're but I don't think I've ever really been disappointed in someone like I have with Hand Banana. Just flat out disappointed because I believe he has some potential, but then I think, I don't know if YouTube went to his head or if he really was like that, but just thinking that you could just do whatever without any kind of consequences and stuff was just annoying and just kind of over the top for me.
Well, I like going on there because it was quirky. It was good fun. It was good fun. We had a laugh. Then you had people like Mike Simone go over there, and it sort of changed.
Yeah, and it became something not necessarily comedic. It felt kind of dark at times.
Yes.
And a little like, you can push the boundaries But then there are times where you can go way, way, way over those boundaries, and then that was it for me.
Definitely.
I just started.
He went way above those boundaries when he'd done that monkey app. Then he tried to justify the monkey app by saying, but it's an over 18 site.
But I had distanced myself before the monkey thing, personally,
Mm.
because I think you and Liz were telling me, Brian, you don't go to Ham Banana because he's got this young girl over there, and she didn't know this, and I was like, what? And I had distanced myself because of other things before he
Yeah.
got to that part.
Then so I don't have nothing to do with him now, and I don't particularly like the thought. I wish I'd never gone there, basically now. But you can't change the past, can you?
Right.
You got to live with your actions. But this is a learning curve. You got to remember, this channel is only 2 years old. I'm only 2 years old as official channel, not on my other one.
And you grow. You can't stay stagnant. You got to grow. If you stay stagnant in the place where you are, then you're falling behind. Because content creators continue to evolve, and if you don't evolve, you're going to just continue to lack the audience to try to grow your channel.
Like I say, my channel's evolved. It started off as your discussion. Now it's doing crimes and history.
Mm-hmm.
So it's evolved through there, and I've got over just under 3,000 subscribers now.
Mm-hmm. And you talk about current events that people can relate to. It's not always about political stuff. It's things that like the Andrew Tates
and also coming up. We talk about at the end of it sometimes Cornish pasties and curry flavored condoms for some reason. That's a throwback.
Oh, that is a throwback for sure. But you know what? That's kind of fun. So so even if you're looking, I'm looking some of the things here. And yes, I knew Prairie before VV. I think it's Dr. Days. Laura Rader has been around forever. But that's also what Ham Banana, he kind of lost that spark where he didn't have that playing off with Vegas Valley. He just kind of lost a step, and I'm not sure why, but just went different areas. But it's good, though, to have moments where we can not necessarily think about going back to those days because nobody wants to go back, but to look back on them sometimes fondly, and then sometimes you look back and you go, oh my God, how naive and stupid were we? Or sometimes, how great of a time we had. It's a mixture of everything to look back on it.
Yeah.
But I like to see the growth in people. I like to see the growth in you and some of the things that we all talk about.
Oh, definitely. I'm still finding it very weird to do lives by myself. I much prefer having lives with somebody with me.
Yeah, it's just always better to have someone else. It was Audit Them, wasn't it, Ray? It was Audit Them.
Yeah. So I much prefer having people with me when I do lives because there's a bit more interaction. I can tell by judgment of voice and tone of voice.
Well, let me ask this question to Prairie, and maybe or Laura, but is Dr. Dave still going to Audit Them back and forth? Are they still?
Yeah. I think they're still. Last time I checked, they're still doing it. It still goes on. A couple months ago, just last year, they were still doing it. Yeah.
I mean, doesn't it get old? One of the two has to go. Yeah, this is old. I'm kind of getting bored with this. I'm out of that.
Yeah, they're still going at each other. I mean, that's a struggle for the eternal ages, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's like there's like heaven and hell. Which one's heaven? Which one's hell?
Well, eventually, if you're in hell, one of these days you're going to sit there, you're going to wake up and go, "Oh my God, I'm burning again today." Fuck.
Listen here, my family's from Scotland, mate. Soon as we get step out in the sun, we melt.
Listen, I saw that sunburn you had. I ain't talking about that. I don't even want to remember.
Do you know that's really scarred my arm? I've got a permanent scar now.
Listen, I believe it because I saw it, and I don't want to think about it. So let's change the subject before I throw up in my mouth a little bit, because that was.
Well, you started the subject, mate. I just said I melted. You brought up the big blister from hell. And I can't. Do you know I actually wore a T-shirt that was underneath a T-shirt too?
I do remember that. That's crazy too. I can't believe that.
Yeah, I know. That was how hot it was. That was when I was taking pictures of Stonehenge.
Yep, I remember. Yeah.
Dang.
That was it last year or was that 2 years ago? That was last year.
Yeah, it was definitely last year. Yeah,
Last year.
I'm not
God,
sure.
I've really
No.
known you this long? Jeez, bro.
I know. It's
Where's
terrible.
where is Megan?
I've seen Megan. She's still about somewhere. Still about the panel. She's still, as we called it, the panel verse.
Ladybug?
Ladybug is still around the panel verse. Very much so.
Really? Still getting hit, getting torn up by people?
Still getting torn up by some people, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else?
I'm trying to think who else is missing.
Mr. B still around?
Yeah, Mr. B. I know I talked to Dick. I know I talked to Liz. I know I talked to.
Oh, do you want to hear the news?
Of course I want to hear the news.
Angel had Mr. B on panel.
No way.
Swear to God, check the last live and you'll see Mr. B. You'll hear Mr. B's voice.
Oh, is that video or just voice?
Voice.
Okay.
It was on the panel. It was on the live.
Just video, voice, not video and voice. But okay, I wouldn't.
No, just voice like we're doing now. Mr. B was on Angel's panel.
I never knew he did that.
Yeah, he came up. Mike Simone started saying some bad shit about him and he got really pissed off. Julia's still around?
Shut up. Julia is not around.
She still is, mate.
Wait a minute. With who?
She goes channel hopping. Sorry, not panel hopping, channel hopping.
Oh, my God.
She's been on Jack Telcott's, I think.
I don't know who that is.
Jack Telcott is like, it's Jack Telcott. God, how do you explain him? Jack Telcott is like a new age preacher type fellow.
Can't say that I have heard of him.
Yep. Mike Cerrone and HB used to go on there.
Jack Talcott thinks he is a messiah. Oh, shit.
Yeah. There you go. Like a new age preacher. Looks like a bit of a hippie.
Have I seen him?
I'm not too sure if you have or not.
Oh, I'm thinking of Say Man. Looks like a hippie.
Logan.
Oh, who was the other guy that used to drink and then stop drinking? Doc. Is Doc still
Lord
around?
Doc. Oh, Lord Doc's still going around. He's still doing his lives. He's getting there. He's still doing them.
And what's the other Vic? Vic. What was his Vic? The other Vic name?
Quick Vic.
Quick Vic.
Last time I knew Quick Vic, he was in rehab and he was in getting himself sorted out.
Oh, okay. Cool. Good for him.
Last I know, I'm not too sure what he's doing now, so I can't really talk because I haven't seen much of him, but I hope he's doing okay.
If anybody needs to get their shit together with that dude, he really was kind of going up on deep end.
Yeah, he's
hopefully he comes up on the other side.
You know, wherever he is, I do hope he's okay there because I've had no problems with him.
He would go back and forth for a lot of things, and I could take him or leave him, and yep. I'm just glad he's getting the help he needs because I think he needs help.
Silly Rabbit, I think he's still going.
Wait a minute, Silly Rabbit is still around?
Yeah.
Is he still going after the Savage Dave back and forth?
Silly Rabbit, mate, goes back and forth with everybody. Him and Cheesehead don't get on now.
Well, I didn't think they ever got along, did they? Cheesehead, Quick, and Silly Rabbit.
Sort of, but now they don't. I don't think they get on. I'm not too sure what's happening. Don't quote me, please.
And so, tell me how this duo got formed with the Chobo. What's the guy? Because I used to talk to him.
Thumper 88.
Thumper 88, and
Savage Dave.
How did they form some kind of alliance?
Because Thumper 88 has been giving Savage Dave money.
What?
Yeah. It's a whole big love triangle thing. I don't want to know. I don't particularly like them. They're Thumper 88. After what I've seen, what I've read.
Oh yeah, listen. I took my time, and I know a lot of people were kind of like, trying to force me to make a decision before I was willing to make a decision around Thumper. Um, but if you're mature enough and you can sit back and allow yourself to take in this information as much as you want to before making a decision, which I did, you come up with your own decision.
Eric Lawless I haven't seen Eric Lawless around. Eric Lawless has seemed to have dropped off.
Oh, he's gone?
He seemed to have dropped off somewhere. I don't know where. I haven't heard much of him.
Yeah, see, that's what I don't think. I want to go with Laura's point. If you just think that they're disgusting individuals, Thumper and Savage Dave, why even give them the banter back and forth? Why even give them the spotlight? Like you really give a shit about what they think or what they're doing in their lives.
Because that's what they do. That's people. Again, it's a car crash mentality, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you don't agree with it and you don't want them to have any notoriety, why even talk to them?
I know that. You know that.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
But yeah, it creates this thing. But yeah, they're very, very creepy. I was listening to an old HB thing through another channel, and HP was raging at you, Brian.
I heard that. So I think, would you tell me something about that, or Liz told me?
Yeah, he started raging at you, blaming you for things.
Yeah, I heard something like that.
Because you don't love him anymore.
Yes, I remember. I listen. You know me. I'm good at walking away. I don't look behind. I just walk away and keep on moving.
Yeah. And you still have the Mike Sock accounts, which are still pretty funny.
I still have the Mike. Wait a minute. Who is saying that I still have sock accounts?
No, nobody's saying you have sock accounts. They're saying there still are Mike Sock accounts that still go around.
Oh, there's still Mike Sock accounts. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember there was a time where I was with Vegas Valley, and everybody else was blaming me for all these random.
Oh yeah, I remember that time. I don't see Mikey Boobs much anymore.
Who's Mikey Boobs?
Mikey Boobs, or Mikey's left nipple, or no, Mikey's left breast. Yeah.
Oh, hell, his sock accounts.
Or Mikey's right breast.
It's saggy boobs.
Yeah. Eric may be a Mike account. I'm not too sure. I wouldn't like to say yes, but the possibilities are there. But there have been a few. I don't get many sock accounts coming over here because they automatically get barred.
Mm.
I don't want them. I don't need them.
You don't need you shouldn't need a sock account to come over here and enjoy yourself.
No.
Outside of going to the other channels and you want to try troll Mike or whatever, that's fine.
But the people, I mean, we're talking about Vegas Valley.
Oh, go ahead,
yeah, Mike still goes on Jeff's. Yeah, he still does that. Yeah.
Does Mike ever come to your channel?
No. I don't entertain him, mate.
Okay.
I don't entertain him. I wouldn't entertain him. I'd just tell him to fuck off. Mm-hmm. I've got no time for him. But when he goes on a bender. You see, that's what he does. I reckon. I know. I see it because when he's sober, he can chat to you all right, and he's been chatting to people all right. Then suddenly he just suddenly flipped, and we recognise him as a bender when he gets drunk and he starts talking about things. And
what is he still on his parents' couch?
Yeah, but he's relegated to outside sometimes.
Oh, he goes outside from now. He mows the lawn.
I don't know what he's doing, mate.
Mm. But
But yeah, he's been going outside quite a lot. Yeah, but he's still at that same place. But he's a polarizing character, and he's the brightest light in YouTube.
Well, yeah, he is polarizing. That's not saying that's good or bad. I'm just saying he's a polarizing character. And whenever I have a something where I'm talking about somebody who is dumb, slow-witted, incel, and all alike, I will always mention Mike Cerrone.
Yeah.
He'll forever be my example of what a man is not supposed to be like.
Yep. Like Perry said, Mr. B challenged Mike, and Mike didn't answer him back.
Well, let me be clear. Mr. B is a very intelligent individual.
Oh, definitely, 100%.
And Mikey is someone who I would characterize as what's the word I'm looking for?
God's special people?
Not intellectual. So I can imagine how. Hey Bart, thanks you for stopping by, man. Good night.
Hey Bart, thank you very much, mate, for staying with us, and you have a good night there, mate, and take care. Laura, he was an Angels panel, and Mr. B has got a really intelligent speaking voice, and I will say that's rather hard being American too. Just throwing a little jab in there, you know.
I don't want to be crazy when I say this, but I'm going to say it was aerospace engineer. Mr. B was in.
Yeah, I think he worked for NASA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, Laura. I haven't seen Angel in a while.
Hold on. Let me get it for you. Oh, things I do for people.
What are you getting?
I'm getting Angel's Live so I can post it for Lady Laura.
Oh.
Because that's what her title is. It's Lady Laura.
Lady Laura.
I've always called her Lady Laura.
Lady. Just like we call you Sir Paul.
Yeah. Everybody calls me that. Let me see. Okay, so okay. Let me get this one.
Dude, I'm sitting up here watching TV, and they're saying now that Elon Musk is in Wisconsin. He's giving people $1 million checks to vote for.
Okay, so I don't think Laura, if you really want to, I don't think Angel will mind if I live stream his channel for a little bit, so you can hear his voice.
Yeah, you shouldn't mind.
No, if he does mind, I'll give him a little slap.
Mm-hmm. He might like that. Woo!
Oh no!
Get that baby oil, get that PDD oil all up on that ham before you slap it.
He may get him too excited.
I'm excited talking about it. Keep talking.
You're Bart.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Okay, so let's pick up. This is a bit from Angel's channel. See if you can hear. Let's see if you can hear him there.
Yeah, I mean, but it's really bad though. It's more than most, I should say. I don't know.
That's what track is saying. I believe it keeps defaulting to that topic.
Look at his face. Look.
That dude.
Michael, what have you been up to, sir? What have you been up to?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. I'm good.
Let's see if I can pick up.
Oh, so when
that face he's making there, if you remember, he was on panel with Vinny Pots and Pans, and he started doing that sighing and groaning because he was bored, and that was the whole thing that started.
Okay, Laura, that's Mr. B talking.
Is that Mr. B? Because I've heard that voice before.
Yeah, that's Mr. B talking.
The Mikey boobs.
I've heard his voice.
He drew attention to himself, and then that's when Vinny said, "Look, you can see his boobs."
Ah, you see, from the very beginning, Mikey, if it's not about him, he wants to
karma.
Him.
It's
karma. It really is. At the end of the day, so
it is validation. He wants validation for everything.
Well, start your own fucking channel, you fucking moron. You could be there 24/7, boobing around, drinking, scratching, sniffing, doing whatever the fuck you want. But if you're gonna be on other people's channel, you gotta behave a little. You know what I mean? Be respectful. Jesus.
leave my family and I go find people.
That's it. So there you go. That was Mr. B's voice.
I had no idea. Maybe I did know because I've heard that voice several times, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah. And if you strike me, Angel, I'm going to go to Philly. I'm going to pick a biggest cheesesteak. I'm going to beat you to death with it.
Laura, I'm with Laura. I've heard that voice 1,000 times, and I just never knew. Maybe I didn't know it was Mr. B. Maybe he came under another name at the time because his name always wasn't Mr. B. It was something else. He used a lot of other names as well. But I've heard that voice before.
Yeah. So strike me, Angel. I'm coming to go to Philly. I'm going to beat you with a cheesesteak, mate.
You know what a cheesesteak?
My special Puerto Rican. You'll get this joke. It's a joke. My special Puerto Rican friend. Because Mike was on Jeff's channel when that were live, and Mike Cerrone said, "Jeff, you're my gay friend." And we were all laughing about this because why did he emphasize friend? And I went to Angel, well, mate, you're my special Puerto Rican friend.
Oh my God.
Because we're asking, why do you need to
identify him as his gay friend?
Yeah, why? I mean, be like going to you. You're my special black friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't do that. We just say, hey, we're mates, and we just chill out.
Oh, you're my best friend, my best bloke from overseas.
Thank you. You could have said, I'm the best white cracker, and I would have let you off and probably laughed too.
No, because I've got so many other white crackers in my arsenal. I didn't want to.
Damn, that's a bit racist, isn't it?
Well, somebody's going to clip Brian call all white people crackers. Oh my God.
Damn.
I know he was racist. Hey guys, you guys in the chat, I don't want nobody over there trying to make me out to be no racist because I said that. I was just
Brian needs Paul Jesus in his life.
Paul started it. It's all part of Paul's fault.
Yes, Smitty goes to Smitty. He goes under Madman Smitty now.
Oh, Smitty.
Yeah, he still does his thing. I don't go.
Oh, I forgot who I was going to ask you about. Saul. Yeah. Where is Saul around?
Saul.
Vegas Valley's right-hand man. And where's Saul? Not only Saul, but where's
Paladin?
Paladin.
I haven't seen them. I haven't seen Saul.
Wow.
No, haven't seen them two around. They did have. I'll tell you, I do see round a lot, and we have a laugh together. Is Jeremy.
Oh, Jeremy, where's he on?
Oh, he channel hops, and you see him around. You have a good laugh with him.
Yeah, fuck Jeremy. I used to like Jeremy, and then he just went full Vegas Valley on me because he used to be into VR games and all that kind of stuff. I try my best to kind of like be friends with him.
Well,
and he just kind of drank the Kool-Aid and I was like, fuck you.
There's plenty of people who drunk the Kool-Aid from Joe, isn't there, though?
Well, that's what I was about to say. It's funny how, in the aftermath, there are people who are like, when you step out of the cult, you start seeing people in a whole different light. And there's a lot of people from Vegas Valley who have since become friends with me, friends with you, friends with Megan, friends with everybody that Vegas Valley didn't really see eye to eye. And it's not like we're going to be best friends, but it's something that we have a mutual respect because, you know, we're all out here in the streets and we're just not being mean to each other.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that Vegas Valley always brought. Hey, you got to be my friend or you can't be my friend. You can't be their friend or if you're going to be my friend. You can't be their friend if you're going to be my friend. Kind of a nonsense.
Yeah, it's it's amazing just how many people just separate from all this. And also,
and we're all good, better for them separating themselves.
Oh, definitely. And also people getting bored of now is the whole drama thing. Now people are getting tired of it.
Mm-hmm.
People would rather sit around and just chew the fat, you know.
Exactly.
But they don't not.
Everybody wants to just kind of sit back, relax, and have a good conversation. Even if we don't see eye to eye on stuff, we still have a good conversation. That's it.
Exactly, and the only person who seems to revel in it again. God, if I mention his name so many times, he will appear. It's like fucking Beetlejuice. Is Mike Cerrone. He seems to like revel in that type of thing. He does. Because he goes around, yeah, I'm the circular troll. I invented the circular troll. I invented this.
Mike Cerrone is the one person in the history of my life that has become most detached of reality than anyone I've ever met in my entire life. His grasp on reality is, it's not even there. He has no grasp of reality. He has lives in an alternate universe. And I believe that it's his biggest failure in real life as it is on the social media. Because if you are in real life and you have no friends, no family members really to speak of, that you have a social life where you're not on the YouTube channels going from channel to channel to channel to channel to channel, pretending to be someone that you clearly are not, because he tries to invent this persona on every channel he goes to. It's a different persona.
Definitely.
Until he runs into people who know him, and then when he gets called out on it, that's when he starts becoming his worst, and feels like he has to start going on attack mode.
Again, the worst thing I've seen him do, and this is the worst thing I've seen him do, is going onto that channel where the women are looking for or got missing children. And he literally begged to go up on that channel by saying he was a cop and he was a therapist. And all right, we sort of forgave him. We sort of laughed at him when he does these things on these types of channels, you know, because this is the trolling was what it was all about back then. But these people were seeking validation, and they were seeking help, looking for these children. And that's when it sort of turned. And I'm just making a conversation, Lady Laura. Just hold your horses, woman. Shush up. Yeah, but that's when sort of people turned really against him. And when he came on to Cheesehead's panel, and he actually said he was dying because he's got a heart condition.
Oh, I remember that. Well, you know, my whole thing with Mike C2 is just not about his, you know, inability to say the truth, but when he started getting really, really nasty toward Megan, I literally wanted to go through my computer and really choke the life out of him.
Oh, well, yeah, plenty of people, but he's 6 foot. He's 6'8", or for 6'4", 240 pounds of pure man meat.
He looks like a fucking damn Vienna sausage, if you ask me. Man meat. He's a man meat.
The man meat, yeah. That's the thing, true. Very, very much so. Gets to be, and it gets intense because he just doesn't get it in real life. He's addicted to it.
Oh yeah, I've said that before as well. I agree with that 100%.
I have noticed something about him. He lives his life through TV programs. He's supposed to have played football for Rutgers. Again, and he's supposed to have done all this. Well, I watched a program called The Sopranos.
I watched that.
Yep, and where did his son play football at?
The Sopranos had a son that played football?
Yeah, he played football at Rutgers, yeah.
Oh, I don't know everybody in Sopranos that played football. binge watched The Sopranos like 3 years ago.
Yeah, his son played football at at Rutgers.
The little short son?
Yeah. Yeah, he got older and he played football.
Well, I do know that Mike always said he played football at Rutgers, and he doesn't.
Yeah, yeah, he didn't know.
Shit, I don't think does Rutgers even have a football team?
Yeah, it does, yeah. It's got two. It's got the first team and reserve team.
I could have swore. Oh, somebody said they looked it up and they couldn't find him on any roster.
Yeah, he's not on any roster. I've looked it up too. Just for Devil.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Who else are we missing? Who else that we go back over and talk about? We talked about just about everybody that I've ever back down memory lane.
Oh God, memory lane. Oh yeah.
So there was who was the girl they were saying that was on? Who was? So does Vegas Valley still have any of his channels still alive?
I don't know. I haven't seen any of them. I don't know. I don't subscribe to his channels.
I wonder if they're still like docked and nobody's just been on them. What happens if you never log onto your channel?
They become stagnant and it's still on there if you don't take them down. But there's a whole Vegas Valley library in Rumble.
Oh, I know that. He did that before he left. Well, he would take his streams over there.
Yeah, he took they're all on Rumble there.
Yeah.
Jeremy did try to get it going with Big Mama. Again, I don't know much about Big Mama, so I'm not going to say anything bad about her. Nick tried to go over to their channel and said Paul. He actually said to Big Mama Paul was being racist towards the thing, and she went, "I don't think that's true, then, Nick."
Okay, now I remember who I was going to ask you about. It just came to me, and I can't remember his name. And Laura Rader can help me with this. But who is the troll that used to try to troll people, but was Joey? Joey, what was it? Joey? It was Joey. It was Joey something. You know what I'm talking about?
Joey Waffles.
Joey Waffles. Thank you, Laura.
He goes under Waffle House now.
Oh, so he's still around, acting stupid.
Yeah, he had his first channel struck, taken down, or he got rid of his first channel. I don't know what happened. Don't really care. I don't really like him, so I don't really want to talk about him.
Yeah,
but then he moved over to the Waffle House, and he does the Waffle House now.
Jeez, that dude.
Yeah, so that's what it's all about. Yeah, you missed quite a lot, haven't you?
What about is Zell's ex and what's the black girl?
I think
Rue.
Yep. Okay, so Nunzio and Ruru.
Are they still together?
That's another live stream. There's a whole.
Joey is doxing people again. Golly, what an idiot!
Ruru and Nunzio got married and then they divorced.
What? Wait! They got married in real life?
Yeah.
Those two idiots got married.
Yes.
And then divorced.
I think Ruru's pregnant too. Or she was pregnant.
Got to be kidding me.
I'm not too sure, so please don't quote me. I'm not going to bring it up to any gossip. But yeah, so Ruru and Nunzio met up. They went together. They got married. Now they're divorcing. Zell went with Larry Blaze. Then, yep, and
okay. And Nunzio was in the clink, and Rue and Zell are still fighting.
Yeah, right now.
And their two women are fighting over some jackass, and neither one of them wants to be with.
No. Larry, yeah, so Zell was with Larry Blaze, and I think there was another argument, and a heated argument. I think there was something happening there. Again, please don't quote me. That people know more about this than me, because I don't really give a shit about it. And there was some violence involved in that too.
With Larry Blaze and Zell?
Yeah.
A bunch of fucking idiots.
It's like one big love square.
That's mildly put.
Yeah. Yeah, Larry's got locked up thanks to Zell, I think. Yeah. Tommy and Zell have got a channel together, I think. They've got a Discord together.
Somebody was saying something to me about Tommy, and I can't remember what it was.
But I've got You know what? I've got no problem with both of them, so I don't really care.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I'm mentioning names because they were just kind of. Since I haven't been online, I just kind of want to kind of go by and just kind of not go by, but mention them to see how everybody was doing because they're part of the history of our YouTube journey. But look, I don't think I knew much about Larry Blaze to begin with.
Mm. Yeah, there was a whole big sort of like YouTube scandal on our side, not real, because I was very small circle of, it's very small square of YouTube, but there was a big scandal in our small square of YouTube between Zell and Larry Blaze and Ruru and Nunzio.
So let me ask this question to the people in the chat: is it true that Zell and Joey actually did beat up one time?
They did meet up. They met up a couple of times.
Okay,
he actually done that live.
Say what now?
Yeah, they actually had live together a couple of times.
Really?
Mm. Then Nunzio was giving all.
Hello, Mr. B. Sorry.
Yep.
Hey, Mr. B.
Nunzio was giving it all the Billy Big ones. How tough he was, he going to beat JoJo. When they met in Las Vegas, there was a bit of shouting. Then he goes and said, "Would you like a beer?"
Yeah, I remember that like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Big ass dummies.
It's like, what are you doing?
But I didn't know. I want to know it was the Joe hook up with Zell was the question.
Did Joe hook up? It's a possibility.
Because I didn't know if that was ever a myth or if it actually really happened.
No, that's not a myth. That might have happened.
Both Nunzio and Zell had beers with Joey. That's about it.
Yeah. Dude, what you threatening him? Now you got to take him out. What are you going to do? Wine and dine him next?
So, Mr. B, what were you talking about? Were you going in about Cerrone or were you going in about Jeff?
It was mostly about Cerrone. Cerrone's been saying bad things, trying to create discourse on, because Mr. B's one of the few mods on Jeff's channel, and because Mike goes on Jeff's panel, but he's got no wrench. He's B who has a wrench. So he's been trying to create a lot of problems for Mr. B, and Mr. B has had enough of it, and he called him out.
And Mr. B, just so you know, between you, me, and everybody else that's listening, that Sir Paul said he has some baby oil for Angel if he copyright strikes him for playing his video.
No, I didn't say baby oil. I said a cheesesteak. I was going to go to Philly and beat him to death with a bloody cheesesteak. Get it right, yeah? There was no baby oil. We're not P. Diddy over here.
I'm thinking there's a baby oil.
No, I'm just a normal white cracker, mate. I don't do the baby oil.
Oh my God, don't say it because I am not going to fall for it this time. I'm not going to fall for it.
I'm just a normal British white cracker, mate. We don't do baby oil. We've got bread. That's what we're doing. We're beating Angel to death with bread.
Mr. B, please reach out to me when you do the deeper dive on Angel's channel. I would love to be a part of that, sir.
Oh, what's happened?
Who deleted a comment? I didn't see anybody delete it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to get that. Yeah, Miss Bart's apologised. Bad Bart. Naughty Bart.
Well, it is getting late tonight. I know it's early for you or late. I don't know what time it is.
It's actually late, mate. It's actually 4:45 in the morning.
Oh my God, bro! I don't know how you do it. What time do you go to sleep? What time do you wake up?
Well, I've been going to sleep quite a lot because I've just recently had a medical problem. My folic acid is dropped down quite bad.
Oh.
So I'm now on folic acid tablets.
Okay.
And
so what do you... Go ahead.
And what it does, it makes you really extra tired.
Okay, so you've been sleeping more than normal.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
Which is good. It's getting your sleep is good, really, really important.
Mm.
So when are you going to London tomorrow?
Well, I'm going to meet my cousin at 1 o'clock, so I'll be leaving at about 10 o'clock.
So you definitely need to get some sleep, bro.
Yeah. Oh, I'm used to traveling. Do you remember what I told you about one thing when we went for my aunt's funeral? I went up a week early.
Oh my god.
I know. So I done in 1 week over like 1,000 odd miles on a bus.
Oh my god, that's crazy, bro.
If it was by
Because
plane,
you
it'd be
pre-planned it.
yeah,
You
because
went
it
up
was cheaper
early,
by
or a
bus.
week early. Oh, it's
Yeah.
cheaper by bus, of course. Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, so I had to go to Glasgow. Because I spent money in a hotel. I couldn't afford the hotel again, so I had to go to Glasgow and come back the same day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing that again. That honestly killed me.
I can imagine. But it was
Oh
nice.
look,
It was definitely nice. Oh look, here she comes.
hold on. I'm gonna drop this down so she may want to have a chat with you.
No, we're fine. Because I'm getting ready to leave, Liz. It's your fault. I just want to tell everybody it was great to see everyone again. Prairie, Laura Raider, Mr. B, Bart. I mean, we went down memory lane tonight, and it was kind of good to kind of reconnect and see how people were doing.
Yeah, we get all the best people here.
We do always get the best people, even though one of the best people always shows up last, like Jake.
Then she'll moan because she won't have time to talk to you. There she goes. She's moaning again. Moaning. Always moaning.
And we had Kane. We had John P.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Oh, JP's a cool bloke.
Lady Luck as well.
Yeah, Lady Luck too. Lady Luck's lovely as well. Lady Laura as always. Kanye, Prairie.
Listen, let me admonish the matriarch of our Discord, Miss Liz.
Oh yeah.
I am around, and every time that Paul does not hear from me, he sends me a direct message. And I respond to that direct message because I tell him, I'm sorry I was busy, but thank you for reaching out. I don't get a direct message from Flaky Jake asking me where I'm doing, how I'm doing. I could have been hit by a bus. And do you care? No, because you didn't reach out. And you were supposed to be my number one. You've been with me the longest. And no, this is the treatment I get. You feel guilty. All right, I'm off my soapbox because I'm dodging the Bible. She's throwing at me right now.
Sorry, I knocked myself out of there.
Oh, you get you back?
Yeah, back. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm just finding that.
It looks like Mike Cerrone followed Liz back over here because somebody said I got big hands.
Yeah.
Liz,
That's definitely. Oh yeah, that's definitely a new.
Yeah, it's a new account coming over. But Liz, it's been a while, and I apologize. You know, I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, but
I will say that count is from the other side of the world, not from the US, from the other side.
Say what now?
Because it says April the 2nd, and we're April the 1st here.
Oh my gosh! Tell me what the lottery numbers are.
Yeah. So thank you for your huge hands, Rich.
Does my mic sound bad? Or is it this Liz coming here causing problems?
No, your phone mics are fine.
Oh, wow.
No, I'll just call you Rich, mate.
I just won't call him at all. All right. On top of that, I got to go to bed. Thanks, Liz, for finally showing up. Bye, Laura Raider, Prairie. Mr. B, please let me know when you go in with it about Mike Cerrone on Angels. I'll pop in over there. And my main man, Sir Paul, You're my guy, man. Appreciate you having me.
I think that's your thing there, but your thing, Liz, was he's been sounding fine to me. Again, Brian, thank you so much for appearing here. Thank you for your insight about the case matter when we first talked about it. It was good to hear different perspectives on stuff. But I will say that I still think he's a dick.
Say what now? What?
I still think Andrew Tate's a dick.
Oh, we agree on that 100%.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much. Good night to you, Laura, too. Thank you very much for having you here. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. And again, Brian, thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely, sir. I'll see you next time, buddy.
See you next time, mate. Take care.
All right, chief. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, guys, I'm going to knock this on the head. I'm going to finish my last little swallow. It's been a good beer, this one. Thank you to everybody who turned up. Thank you for everybody who commented. Thank you to the people in the chat. Thank you for Brian to come in here. Thank you, Liz, for turning up late. It's still greatly appreciated. We'll just have to let you off. Just remember that to have a look at my channel, and it'll tell you if I'm doing a live. My lives are usually posted a couple of days in advance. But I wish everybody to have a blessed day. Joking aside, you know, everybody should live a life in how they want to. You all take care. All look after yourselves, and peace out to everybody. And good night, you all. There you go.